Yo, 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 what is up, everybody? Welcome in, welcome in. It is time to talk a little bit about horror. I'm so excited. It's my favorite time of the day, ladies and gentlemen, when we get to talk horror. I like to spew just horror stuff out into the world. It's my favorite time of the day. I can't wait. How's everyone doing? It is a Monday, probably the worst day of the week, but it's okay. It's only getting better moving forward into it, and I love that. I love that. Ugh. How's everyone doing? Big character news for Terrifier 3, Dawson's Creek is telling me. That is true. This is very true. We have a new character come into play with Art the Clown, and it's played by Jason Patrick. You might recognize that name from The Lost Boys. He was Michael from that movie. How about them apples? I gotta rewatch The Lost Boys, because I'm like, which one was Michael again? I'm like looking at the poster and I'm like, oh, it's like that. It's the main dude like on the poster. I'm like, okay, not Kiefer Sutherland like the other fella. I'm like, oh, all right, I remember this. I remember Michael now. It's been like I said, it's been a minute. But dude, yeah, no, I mean, crazy news about Terrifier 3 today. Like I said in my video today, which I hope you guys watched. Maybe Smile 2 video. That was a risk today. I was like, I don't know if people are gonna watch it or not, but I'm excited about this. Talked a little bit about Terrifier 3 in today's video, because I'm like, dude, we should be getting something any day now for Terrifier 3 at this point. So I got my eyes peeled for a Terrifier 3 trailer. I'm on the lookout for it. So it's coming, I bet. But yes, we got a new cast member, and I will be talking about it in a video tomorrow, probably with a little bit of a theory. Ooh, don't want to say what that is quite yet. So yes, Richard is already on it as well. Love to see it. Love to see it. Starlight Glimmer Fan 2006 is saying lots to look forward to for horror, like trailers for Smile 2 and Nosferatu, as well as knowing a new potential victim of Art the Clown. So yeah, speaking of which, we might be getting a trailer for Smile 2 tomorrow, which is very exciting. Don't know what's up with all that, but I am excited to see some real first footage. Like I said, if you did watch today's video, I talked a little bit about the secret viral marketing campaign that they're trying to cook up with Smile 2. Will they have the same success as last time they tried to do this with 2022 Smile? We'll just have to see. But I sure hope so. Because I really liked that first Smile, and I'm excited to see maybe the same kind of success hit with the sequel. VKD, Villain, Killin' Dylan, thank you for being a member, my friend. What is up? Let's get this terror train rolling. I'll tell you what, I'm right there with you, man. Terror Train's a one I haven't seen in a long time either, though. Ooh, but yes, rock and roll, lots of energy, lots of fun tonight, and I'm excited for all of it. Speaking of other stuff I want to make videos on, Ian is saying, Jake, have you seen the viral website for long legs yet? Creepy shit. I've yet to do like the deep dive into all of it, but there is some crazy viral marketing going on with long legs too, and I want to do a video on that at some point this week as well, because that's really exciting. I'm very hyped up for long legs, but this has been like the first big like, ooh, okay, I got to make a video about this. That's exciting kind of update. Lots of weird stuff going on with the marketing. There was like this code to decipher and all this shit, and I think you could like find out all the clues on the website. Again, I haven't done the whole deep dive yet into all of it. There's been so much exciting horror news lately, I don't even know where to start. But very exciting stuff, Ian. I will definitely be getting to it soon. Long legs cannot come soon enough, man. Nick Cage, Micah Monroe, excellent cast. Osgood Perkins directing. I mean, there's a lot of good stuff behind that one. Very excited for that film. Bonjour, Erica. How are you? How are you? Welcome in. Thank you for being a member. I appreciate you. We're going to be talking a little bit probably about Smile 2 and Terrifier 3 seems to be the biggest topics of the night. But throw whatever the heck you want in there. Anything else you want to talk about, I'm here for it. RJ Skarenki is saying, all set to talk some horror tonight. Got me some iced coffee and some Scream Joy Jake. Ooh. I like what you did there. Fella. I vibe with that. Sanaya is with us. What's up, Sanaya? How you doing? Can't wait for MAXXXINE. Did you see the clip of MAXXXINE telling everyone to go home? Oh, maybe not. I was watching all the stuff on Sunday for Sunday's video. I might have missed that one. I was watching a bunch of like trailers, teasers, TV spots, going through all of them. There's some really interesting moments that are only in those TV spots too, which I'm like, ooh, this has me all excited. I especially love the one where she's got the cast on her face and like all the shit's dripping off of her and all that, and then like you get the idea that someone's like the killer's in the room with her. Ooh, that's gonna be an exciting sequence. I can't wait for MAXXXINE, dude. Very hyped up. Sarah Campbell has been a member for 19 months. How has it been 19 months? That's insane, Sarah. I can't even believe it. I feel like you rolled in like around the Scream 6 times. So it has been a minute. That sounds like about right, I believe. But it's you're a very valued member of the community, so thank you so much for being here. We appreciate you and all your 19 months of service. Ugh. I really appreciate that I can talk Fast X with you too, Sarah. It means a lot. I feel like it's just me and Sarah and my chunky Jordy who are all hyped up about Fast X, and that's it. But but I'm glad that there's some of us. I'm glad that there's some of us who can get excited about those very goofy movies. Ryan Swayze, what's up, dude? How you doing? What's up, Jake? What do you think of Tremors? I really love a lot of those movies. The first one is probably the one I've seen the most. I've seen the sequels all, like maybe all of them one time, you know? I don't know. The first one, that one, it's my cup of tea. I love that. It's a very fun monster movie. The sequels get really goofy. Not that that's a bad thing, but just, I don't know, movies I haven't really felt to revisit anytime recently. I remember, like, honestly, I don't think they get, like, terrible until you get to, like, the fifth one, but they're pretty fun. They're like, okay, these are cool, whatever. But then the fifth one is like, whoo, yikes. The one that's set in like what is it? It's like Antarctica, but they filmed it in the desert or something. That one's weird. That one I'm like, I don't know what's going on here, dog. But the one before that was pretty fun actually. It's got like Jamie Kennedy in it. They're in like the in Africa or something, I think. It was kind of fun. I was like, I had a fun time with this one. Is this chef's kiss script? No, but God, I had a good time with it. I just love hearing Burt Gummer say ass blasters 1,000 times. That's how can you not have fun doing that? That's all I'm saying. How can you not have fun with that? Come on now. Chris and his cute as fuck dog is hanging out with us tonight. What's up, dude? How you doing? Hey, Jake, what are your thoughts on the movie? Words are hard, dude. The Town That Dreaded Sundown, 1976. This is a classic slasher that kind of falls, like flies under the radar a lot of times. People don't tend to talk about it. Maybe it's because the last installment from this franchise, which I believe it was from Blumhouse, and was really bad. It was like a direct-to-streaming kind of, yikes. Watched that maybe like a month ago for the first time, and that was a big yikes. Oh my God, what was going on there? Dialogue, whew. I feel like a lot of people, some people have forgotten how to write dialogue in the modern day. It's rough, but the original is fun. It's a good slasher. It's solid. It's been a minute since I've seen it. I got to be honest, but I remember the kills being good. I know that Jason stole this fella's look just a couple of years later, 5 years later after this one. So a lot of people like to bring that up when it comes to when this film gets brought up. Sackhead Jason was really 5 years ago. They had done this before with a different killer. But it's a good movie. I recommend it. Is it like, I don't know if it's like slasher royalty, but it's kind of a slasher before slashers were cool. So that means something, right? I think that means something. Definitely give it a watch. I would go so far as to say it's a horror classic. Is that crazy to say? I don't know. Don't expect, a secret Texas Chainsaw Massacre or a secret like Black Christmas you've never seen before. I don't remember it blowing my mind that much, but I remember having a good time with it, being like, this is cool. This is interesting. Honestly, any slasher that was made before the 80s is totally worth your time because it's really interesting to see like where they ended up taking it. It's kind of because there's not like 1,000 other movies just like that before that had come out, and that's what's interesting about it to me at least. Jason Dyer is with us. What's up, Jason? Jason doesn't come into the streams too much, but I always appreciate when he does. What's up, fella? How you doing? The resident alligator fan, we love to see him, saying the day does not start until KillJoy Jake drops horror knowledge on us. Dude, you're starting your day at 7 o'clock though, Jason? I appreciate it, but 7 o'clock, it's brutal. It's brutal. I started my day kind of late though too, so it's all good. But welcome in, Jason. I appreciate you. Thanks for hanging out with us. Thank you. Oh shit, and Sarah Campbell's even throwing some links into my other channels. Go check them out, but especially go check out Golgotha, because I just dropped a new gaming video over there. Ooh, what's all that about? If you want to find out, go check it out. It was a really fun video. Made it with my girlfriend. It's just us playing Dead by Daylight, but I mean, the silliest shit happened to me in that specific game. It was a lot of fun. Go check it out. Erica is saying, for me, it's the end of the day. It's 7 p.m. I was like, I can't be the only one. Come on, what's going on here? That's funny. Jamie Hill, hello. How you doing, Jamie? Welcome in. Thanks for hanging out with us. Julian Perez is saying, hey, Jakey, I have a question. Do you know if there's going to be another X movie after MAXXXINE? Julian, if you came up behind me, tapped me on the shoulder and said, "Hey, Jakey," I would run away screaming, just for the record. But will there be another X movie after MAXXXINE? Well, Ty West has kind of teased that a little bit, like in different interviews. He said like, I have another idea for one, but only if MAXXXINE does well. I feel like there's two things with that, for me at least. What goes through my head when I hear that is MAXXXINE is going to be a weirder movie, like at least probably weirder in terms of like being the most different from X and Pearl, because you can kind of look at X and Pearl and they have like a similar flavor, not quite the same obviously in terms of tone, but you can tell they were made by the same people, if that makes sense. MAXXXINE feels like it's going to be like more of a, like, I know it's set in the 80s, but it almost like just looks and feels more like a 90s slasher. Like it's going to be a little more fun. It's going to be a little more vibrant. Maybe a little more even teen oriented because of the fun cast of characters you got going on in there. But I don't know, maybe I'm totally wrong. I wouldn't mind being totally wrong either. MAXXXINE's gonna pop a little more, I guess is my point, which I guess 80s horror, late 80s horror does fall into that category, right? Yeah, sure, fuck it. Will there be another one though? Again, I feel like if this movie hits with audiences, they're gonna make that other idea that he's got going on. Whatever that is, who knows? Who knows what it could be? It's probably something that stems from MAXXXINE, which is why he can't talk about it. That's my guess as well. Because I'm just looking at X and Pearl, and I'm like, I don't know what other loose end you could tie up besides Maxine Minx getting away and, you know, going after her dream in a sequel. That's really the only thing that I can think of off the top of my head, but I'm not sure. Maybe there's more to the story that I'm just not thinking of. And maybe that little bits and pieces are all latent in MAXXXINE. That's not a word, I don't know. Hip Hop Mike, what's up? How you doing, dog? Welcome in, Hip Hop Mike. I love that name. Ashley S, how's it going, Ashley? Hey, welcome in. Thanks for being a member. Appreciate you. Thanks for talking horror with us tonight. Same with you, TJ Sanders. Happy Monday. The party about to be pooping. It is about to be popping, my friend. I love it. Thanks for being a member, bro. Am I excited for the new Jurassic World? I am absolutely excited for the new movie, dude. The cast sounds fantastic. Big fan of Gareth Edwards. Really, I'm a fan of his. Not everybody is, but that's okay. I can't wait to see what he does with Jurassic World. I think no matter what it is, it's going to be better than the last two Jurassic flicks. So maybe a hot take. I don't, Fallen Kingdom, I'm learning to love a little bit. I watched it again very recently and I'm like, it wasn't that bad. It's got its moments, but Dominion is like, what the fuck? What's going on here, dog? We're mashing action figures at a certain point in this movie. But I am excited for this new one. It's got a great cast so far from what I've heard about it. And I think there's one person we could talk about that would pretty much sell everybody here at least. Tobin Bell is going to be in the next Jurassic World film. What the fuck? What? Like, that's so, I heard that and I'm like, I don't even care. I don't even care what it is. Like, I don't care what the movie is. I'm going to love it. Like, I'm sold already. A good cast is so important. A good cast is so important to a good movie. I can't wait. I just can't wait for it. It's going to be fun. Noah Atkinson, what's up, Jake? Are you going to see The Bike Riders? Because I am. I think I've seen a trailer for that. I don't know too much about it. I'm going to be real. It's like it's bikers and they're angry at each other. That's all I know about it, Noah. I'm so sorry. Honestly, the next movie I'm seeing in theaters is probably Quiet Place. Trying to think, yeah, but Quiet Place, MAXXXINE. I want to see, fight me. I don't care if it's cringe. I want to see Despicable Me 4 in theaters. I don't care. I know, the horror guy wants to see the minions run around. Yeah, I do, okay? God, brutal, I don't care. Hi, Paula, how you doing? Sorry, I was in the middle of a rant. I didn't mean to sound angry at you. Paula, I love you. Thanks for hanging out with us tonight and talking horror and also Despicable Me and also Fast X. What's up? Welcome in. Thank you for being a member. Robert Brunella looking good. Thank you. I appreciate that. I actually kind of did the hair a little bit today, so I'll put a little bit of something in there. Huh? I appreciate it, Robert. Thank you, man. Art the Clown for President. I love it. We got to be getting some Terrifier 3 news, by the way. That's got to be coming soon. We did get a casting update today for those just joining us. The guy from The Lost Boys has joined the cast. And if you're hearing this for a second time, well, there's 60 people here now opposed to 30. So be patient. Jason Patrick, who played Michael in The Lost Boys, is in Terrifier 3. Very interesting. And Damien Leone even went on to say that this is one of his favorite actors, and it was a pleasure to work with the fella. So I'm excited to find out what his role is going to be. I'll have a theory video on what his role is going to be tomorrow afternoon. So check it out. Give it a watch. Billy Jennings, what's up, dog? How you doing? Welcome in, welcome in. Thanks for talking a little horror with us tonight. Hell yeah. Ty Lee is saying it's my Friday and it's been a wonderful day. Thinking about watching Scream 4 tonight. Dude, it's your Friday? That must be nice. That's sick, man. It's everybody else's Monday, so fuck yeah. Fuck yeah, Ty. Rock and roll, dude. Watching Scream 4 tonight, I gotta do a rewatch of that one too. That's for the longest time, that was my favorite Scream sequel. I gotta watch it again, Ty. It's been a very long time. That twist still hits me like a semi-truck. I love it every single time. Ooh, it's brutal. The betrayal. Marquise, what's up, fella? How you doing? Hey, Jake. Hey, Marquise. You ready for Scream? I'm ready too. We gotta get some friggin' news on it though, man. Where's all the Scream news? Give me something. Give me a cast member. Give me a filming something. I don't know, man. Anything. I just want something for Scream 7. Your boy's foaming at the mouth for it. Ugh. Can you imagine rabies just start shooting out of my mouth? What's up, Dylan and Luke? How are you dudes doing? My buddies from Splattercast are with us. What's up? What's up? Terrifier 3 and Nosferatu trailers are brewing. I feel it in my bones. You think we're gonna get something for Nosferatu like over the summer? That's kind of crazy. I love it though. I kind of wasn't expecting anything for that until a little later into the year. I'm not even gonna lie. But fuck yeah, shit, I'm here for it. I want to see some footage from that, dude. I mean, I know they were kind of, I think the last update was like we were getting some pictures or whatever, if I'm remembering correctly, at least the last big update. I'm very excited for Robert Eggers' next movie as well. Dude, Nosferatu is gonna rock. I don't know if you guys have seen the pictures so far from it, but I'm like, whoa, this looks like it's gonna eat, bro. Is that what the kids are saying? It's gonna eat? I'm getting old. I'm getting old. I like my lingo is from 2016 still. I still dab like unapologetically all the time. It's rough. Ashley is saying I'm ready for the holiday on Wednesday. Oh my god, yeah, it's Juneteenth on Wednesday. I totally forgot. What do you know? And I'm having a little vacation day that day too. Perfect. Perfectly timed, Ashley. I love it. Very good stuff. Well, we have a little something to look forward to then. Very good stuff. Richard B is saying there was 2 new castings for Terrifier 3, which is confusing because didn't they wrap filming unless there's new things still being filmed. The first casting, I think, is Sienna's dad. I must have missed that. I did not see Sienna's dad. I saw the Jason Patrick thing. Is that, I missed the Sienna's dad thing. I have been editing since like 11 a.m. today. Like I just got done. And if you saw my upload schedule when I uploaded things today, you would know that. Ooh, well, I might have an even bigger video for tomorrow, ladies and gentlemen. Very exciting stuff. Jason Patrick joins the cast. Filming wraps and new image. There's a new image? Ladies and gentlemen, we might have a big ol' nasty update today. No, it's the same image. It's deadline. Trying to make a bigger update than what it really is. I do that in every video, so I should shut the fuck up. But yeah, no, cool. Rock and roll, man. Lost Boys. All right, that's something. I'm sorry. I'm just scanning this real quick, making sure I didn't miss anything. No, I'm not seeing anything else. But just that fella so far that I can see that Deadline is talking about at least. So who knows what else? But I'm just excited. I have a whole video talking about it tomorrow. Austin Daniels, yo, Jake, I'm planning out a Scream fan film. I just want to write a script for fun. Any advice for writing? It's a pretty exhausting process. I've spent a few days planning the characters and the motive. I mean, sounds like you're doing a good job so far. Like, honestly, my big thing, my big advice is because, like, when I started writing and getting into creative writing just in general, I would just go, just be like, get the script format stuff going, get some kind of app that does it for me and just start going. No, don't do that. Like, don't get into that habit. Get an idea down, get an outline down, get a beat sheet down, get all that shit down first before you even start writing the script. That is going to help you immensely because otherwise you're just going to be sitting there like, what happens next? What's a good thing to happen here? I don't know. So yeah, figure out the flow of your story, figure out how you want to tell it, what scene comes after whichever. Get that all organized first. Do that little legwork beforehand. And then you're just going to be, I got 2 monitors here. And what I like to do is like just one side, like, okay, here's my outline right here. Here's the script. And I'm just typing away, typing, being like, bam, this is what I'm going to put down on the paper because I already got it here. So it's nice to have that. That's my best piece of advice, Austin. Welcome in. Thanks for talking horror with us, my friend. Sorry, I'm cursed. What's up, man? How you doing? Welcome in, dude. Let's talk a little horror. Talk a little bit about it. There's a number to call with long legs, but I called it, and it's a man breathing and talking creepy. I mean, listen, some people pay for that. You know, I'm just saying. So it's pretty cool that we can get it for free, and it's probably Nick Cage. So just saying. Just saying, Sanaya. I'm just saying. Quiet Place Day 1, I have more hype for, guys. I'm very excited for A Quiet Place Day 1. Cast alone has me very excited for that one. I love Joseph Quinn. I love Lupita Nyong'o. And I can't, Jamon Hansu. I always forget his name. I love Jamon. Put him in more shit. He's so good in everything, and I can't wait to see more of him in A Quiet Place. You might remember him from the sequel. Ooh. So he's back for this one, for a little prequel action. I love it. Justin Proper is with us. What's up, Justin? How you doing? Justin is a pretty cool dude. He bought me a sandwich one time. I appreciate that, Justin. What's up, fella? How you doing? Justin also has some incredible pink pants that I think is awesome. So I love that about Justin. What's up, fella? Funny shit about the Lost Boys. When I was a baby, I didn't want to watch cartoons. My mom would literally have to play the Lost Boys on a loop to stop me from crying. See, that's a horror fan right there, Hip Hop Mike. There you go. There you go. I love it. I love it, dog. Very good stuff. I love the Lost Boys. My girlfriend and I watched it, I want to say like back in October. Like I want to say like Halloween. That was like the movie we put on. I love that movie. It's one of the best like romantic vampire kind of stories. And it's like a little more modern too. I fuck with it. Justin is saying, why is there even a conversation about Fast X that should be universally beloved? What are you talking about? They are just fun movies. What's the problem? I love Fast X. It's the best movie ever made. I don't think anything will ever top it. That's why I bring it up so often. So my whole thing, Justin, I won't go through the whole spiel again, but I had never seen a Fast and Furious movie before in my life, and I saw that Fast X was going to theaters, and I'm like, fuck it. I'm not gonna sit down and watch 9 of these movies, or I guess 10 before that, because you know they had Hobbs and Shaw too. So I'm like, screw it. I'm going to the theater. I'm seeing this day one. I went to the first showing of Fast X, and it blew my mind. It was the most ridiculous movie I have ever paid money to see. I fell out of my chair laughing a few times because it is just, I'm like, I can't believe they spent like $250-300 million maybe on this movie. This is insane. Blew my mind. I'm a fan for life, officially a gearhead. I love it. Very good stuff. So yeah, I'll bring it up at any chance I get. I guess is my point. Anthony Loxis. I always want to say Anthony the Lorax. What's up, fella? You're in the car and you're writing a movie script? Very nice. Good luck and have fun. I love it. You hit me with the phone, dick. I love it. Greetings, all. Did you see the reveal for A Quiet Place: The Road Ahead? It's a video game set to release this year. Yes, I will definitely be playing it on Golgotha. It looks like a lot of fun. Watched the trailer this afternoon. Looks like a good time. It looks pretty cool. Someone tweeted at me today and they were like, dude, it's kind of like Alien Isolation. Like it's kind of giving me those vibes. I think they were also asking me to play that on Golgotha, which I absolutely will. That game is scary as fuck. Oh, so I hope this game is also scary as fuck and we get to play it over there as well, because it looks like a lot of fun. I didn't get to play Dead Island 2, and I heard a lot of people saying that was kind of mid, but I was kind of dying to play that. So there's a lot of like weird games I want to go back and just play. I don't even care if they don't get views on that second page. I just want to play them so bad. I have an excuse to do it now. Like I won't feel guilty about like dumping 6 hours into a video game because technically, ladies and gentlemen, it's my job. So I feel a little better about it nowadays versus 2 years ago. Dragon Ball Radiant sub. How you doing, fella? Welcome in. Thanks for hanging out with us. Appreciate you. Jake, yes, dialogue feels like an afterthought in some movies. It doesn't feel like I'm watching real people on the screen. Maybe it's just me. Maybe it's because I'm getting older and more out of touch with reality or something. But I feel like dialogue has gotten worse. Not in every movie, not in every movie by far, but like the movies that do have bad dialogue, I feel like they're just worse nowadays. I'm like, people don't talk like this. Like I'm watching all these movies and I'm like, people do not talk like this, bro. This is rough. Whoo! Yikes. It's been like I don't know. I've had to turn off some movies for that reason. I'm like, I can't even get through this. Pet Sematary Bloodlines was one that was like, I can't believe the dialogue is so bad. That and Founders Day, like, dude, I mean, it feels like an alien wrote the dialogue in those movies, and I couldn't even, like, they're unwatchable for that reason for me. I'm like, I can't get through. There a lot of these movies that I'm talking about, they are dialogue heavy, and it's like, oh my god, I got a headache just trying to figure out what was going on in that scene. It's crazy, man. And Sarah Campbell is gifting KillJoy Jake memberships left and right. I really do appreciate that. Thank you. Appreciate the heck out of you. Who's getting those? Austin Daniels and Justin Proper. What do you know? Look at that. Thank you so much, Sarah. I really appreciate the little gifts. Means a lot. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thanks for hanging out with us tonight. Look at that. Austin's even saying thanks to you. Same with Justin. Very good stuff. We have some very polite people in the community. I love that. Very good stuff here. Sarah Campbell rules. We all appreciate you. Hell yes, we do. Yes, we all do. Very good stuff. Here we go. Silver Princess is throwing $2 out there. What's up? Thank you so much for hanging out with us. Silver Princess is a huge Roman fan, as she said multiple times here, saying, daily reminder, Roman is the strongest Ghostface. He did do it all by himself. He did it all by himself. He was the only one to do it all by himself so far. So very exciting stuff, Silver Princess. And look at you. You're becoming the MVP here tonight. Throwing another 5 in there. Thank you. Saying, in A Song of Ice and Fire, the book's Game of Thrones is based off of, there is a Ghostface in Winterfell murdering the Boltons. They're described as hooded figures. Ooh. I've never actually read the books. I've only ever watched the show. But that's fascinating. I wonder if Scream 7 takes any inspiration, you know? That would be wild. That would be so wild. Fantastic though. I love it. Game of Thrones I had a good time with, but I don't understand season 8 at all. Like I blasted through that series trying to watch it all before it concluded, before season 8 premiered. I remembered, like, dude, I was binging that show like crazy, just trying to get through it. And we get to season 8 and I'm just like, I don't know about this, dog. First 2 episodes, pretty good. But then they had that dark episode where you can't see anything happen. And then like so much shit like happens in that episode. I don't know. Kind of felt like they gave up in that last season, especially with how the rest of it unfolds. But that show, I don't know if I'll ever rewatch it because of the ending. Like it's so tough. It's so well done, and especially in its first like 3-4 seasons. Season 5 was pretty good too. Season 6 and 7 are a little bit of a drop off, not too much. They're still good, but then season 8 is, man, I don't know. They just killed that ending. It just wasn't exciting. You know what I mean? It just wasn't an exciting ending. It was just like the boring ending, in my opinion. That's how it came across to me. I was just like, really? Like that's the route we went with? Okay, like that's not at all what I was expecting. So it's surprising, I guess, but I was just like, that's pretty boring at this point. I won't spoil that because I feel like it's horror fans might not have seen Game of Thrones. I will say some people really enjoy season 8, so I mean give it a watch if you want, but I don't know. I don't think I'll ever rewatch it because of the ending personally. But Silver Princess, I appreciate the $5. Thanks for hanging out with us tonight. And again, Roman is the strongest Ghostface, so Patrick, thanks for the 5, dude. What's up, man? How you doing? It's a nice autumn Ohio October night. What's your dream triple feature at a drive-in? Okay. Oh, triple feature. Oh, damn. Okay, Ohio October night. So here's the thing about Ohio in October. It's scary as fuck, like ultra scary. There are like a handful of states where it gets really scary in the fall time, and Ohio is one of them. Maine and Connecticut and like Massachusetts area too. I don't know if you've ever been there for the fall at night. It's scary as fuck. I love it. So it's got to be something super scary, super freaky, because the atmosphere is going to add to that. But I'm also thinking October, right? I'm thinking Halloween movies. So of course the film Halloween comes to mind, as one might deduce. I think you got to do Halloween at the drive-in. That's just too much fun. Even if it is a basic bitch answer. I don't care, Patrick. I love it. And then what else would I go with? I'm trying to think. Halloween. Yeah, that's what I got. Pumpkinhead is my number 2 because Pumpkinhead is so October it hurts. I love it. And then I would probably end the night with a very fun movie and another basic bitch answer. I'm not gonna lie, Trick or Treat, because come on now. Those are my 3 like essential Halloween horror movies right there. Terrifier 2 is a more recent addition to that list, but if I had to like do a triple feature of movies that all kind of feel a similar way together, those 3, baby. It's got to be those, Patrick. I love Pumpkinhead. I love Trick or Treat. I love Halloween. So banging triple feature, I would say. You get a little something from everything there too. You're hitting on a bunch of different genres. It's a little slasher. It's a little monster movie. It's a little sci-fi. You know, I fuck with that. Patrick, great question though, my friend, and thank you for the 5. I appreciate that. Support your local drive-in too. While I have you for a second here, do that. Those are fun, and they're pretty much extinct, which sucks. Makes me sad. Zork the Dark One is with us. What's up, fella? Thanks for the 5, appreciate you. What if you insist the Pam are the killers in Scream 7? Maybe we are. I wish, listen, if I get that phone call, I'm not telling you guys. I'm sorry. I would want to, but I would probably get kicked off the set. Oh my God, I would wish. I just want I just want to be some random asshole in the background of a Scream film, and I'm just like, I think Sydney, I want to be the, you know what? I want to be the douchebag in Scream 7 that's like, I think it's Sidney Prescott. I think she's the Ghostface killer. And then everyone's like, boo, screw that guy. I don't like him at all. What are you talking about, Buster Brown? That's who I want to be. I want to be the guy that everyone hates. What a killjoy that guy is. Ugh. Huh? Okay. Anyways, Sister Pam is fantastic. You should subscribe to her as well. She's been doing some baking streams lately, and I think that's really inventive and cool. She's talking horror and like baking a cake and shit. I'm like, that's fucking awesome. Hell yeah. So rock on, Sister Pam. Keep doing the Scream theories. I love them. She's got a great channel. Very good stuff there. Zork, thank you for the 5, though. I really do appreciate it. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Ryan Swayze's asking a good question, too. What did I think of The Watchers? Dude, you know, I didn't do a review on it for 2 reasons. I didn't have, like, a whole lot of time that weekend. And also, I was like, I don't really have that much to say about the flick. Like, I've been kind of avoiding doing like a review of something if I really only have something bad to say about it. I go back and I look at that Strangers review and I'm like, I'm just ripping on this movie the whole time. People seem to like it, but I don't know. They're just not fun for me to make. Like it's not why I do this channel, you know? I don't do this channel just to rip on things. And The Watchers, like it wasn't a bad film, so to say. It just had like a lot of really obvious plot holes. And I'm just like, that was weird, you know, like, oh, the door goes the other way at one point. How the hell did these people not find that hatch? Like, there's so many things about it where I was just like, I don't know. That was just stretch after stretch after stretch after stretch. I left the theater being like, okay, that was a cool idea, but I don't know if it was executed all that well. I will say, though, Watchers, still better than the last 3 M. Night Shyamalan movies. Like, without a doubt. For sure. But I don't know. I guess I didn't really have a whole lot to say about it. It was a pretty inoffensive movie. I don't feel like it really did anything that I was like, oh my God, like I can't believe they did, you know, nothing like that. But just some like out of nowhere plot holes where I'm like, I can't believe that. I can't believe that. That just feels like a weird thing to happen there. But it was fine. It was. I mean, not the worst movie of the year for sure. It's for a feature directorial debut as well. Wasn't too bad. Kyle Scumberg, what's up, Kyle? How you doing? Jake, I just saw the new trailer for Longlegs. Wow, what a creepy movie. That looks like Nicolas Cage is a serial killer. What's your take on it? Are you excited? Good night? Is that what the GN says? Are you leaving? No. Kyle, don't leave. Hang out with us. We're going to have a fun night. But, dude, I'm so excited for Longlegs. Oh, my God. I'm losing my mind over it. No, I'm very excited. The reason I haven't really talked about it lately is I really haven't had a chance. I'm trying to upload like every day for the rest of the month though. So I will be getting to this eventually. Tomorrow I am talking a little Terrifier 3. Wednesday I just have a lot going on Wednesday, so I don't know if I'm going to be posting anything then, but if not, and there's no other big crazy updates, I will try to get to Longlegs because I do want to make some kind of big video on it before it releases next month. It's a movie I'm very excited for. I imagine this and Cuckoo, both releasing very soon, will be in my top 10 for the year. These are movies that are right up my alley, and if they're halfway decently executed, I imagine that they will be very fun, memorable horror flicks. So I can't wait to talk about it, dude. And again, hopefully, fingers crossed, but no promises, I get a video out on it this week. Because Longlegs, I'm very excited for, Kyle. Sarah, thank you for the 5. Appreciate your support. You're awesome. It's a special kind of pain when you invest years of your life into a show and they absolutely fuck the ending. I hold those grudges forever. You know, Sarah, how I think about it as I look back on the times when I would sit there like until 4 a.m. binging Game of Thrones, trying to watch enough of it in time to understand that 8th season. I look back at that time and I think to myself, you know, I had fun watching that show up until the premiere. I had a good time up until then, but man, I was just like, I don't know. I'll never rewatch it again because the end, I know how it ends. And I'm just like, that sucked. That was not at all what I wanted from the ending, even remotely, you know? But I don't know. I do feel that it's a grudge I hold against Game of Thrones. That is an offensive ending. That is a what the fuck? What did they do here? Why would they make that choice? That's crazy. So yeah, no, I feel it. I guess that I think that's part of the reason why I don't watch too many TV shows. Like I really only invest my time into something that I know is going to be good. I remember people were asking me, they're like, Jake, like why'd you drop out of the Chucky show? Like, I've actually had other YouTubers ask me about this too. They're like, Jake, you get like views talking about it. Even if you hate it, like just watch it and then like shit on it. And I'm like, I don't want it. I don't want to. Like, it's just, I'm so not interested in it. Like, I have nothing to say about the Chucky TV show besides it's just not what I like about Chucky that they've expanded the show into, you know? I don't know. That's why I do this channel, you know, to talk about the things I love. And whenever something just gets to the point where I'm just not interested anymore, I stop talking about it. I don't have any interest. I don't know. It's tough. It's really tough for me to keep doing that, I guess. So I do hold a grudge against Game of Thrones. It makes me sad, but those first 7 seasons, pretty phenomenal. Can't argue with that. But Sarah, I feel the pain. Been through it a couple of times, so I'm so sorry. Thank you for the 5 though. I really do appreciate it. Blue Scarlet is saying, do you ever think it would be cool if they made a horror movie about YouTubers? Oh, they have, my friend. There's a couple of good ones. I will say there's a lot of bad ones, but there are a couple of good ones. Spree is the one that comes to mind immediately off the top of my head. Spree is excellent. It stars Joe Keery, the same guy that just put out that "When I'm Back in Chicago" song that everyone's loving right now. David Arquette is also in it, Dewey Riley. So if you really need a reason to watch it, there you go, Scream fans. Spree rocks. It is so much fun, so underrated. I don't know why more people don't talk about it. One of the better found footage flicks too from the 2020s thus far, for sure. Another good one, another recent good one too, is Deadstream. If you haven't seen Deadstream, ooh, loved Deadstream. Was that? I want to say that was like was that last year? I can't remember. Hang on, I'm looking this up actually. Deadstream is a movie about a guy who's like live stream 2022. Okay, that was 2 years ago. Deadstream is a movie about a guy who's live streaming himself in a haunted house and like ghosts actually start coming around and like fucking with them. It is it's very funny, like it's a very like goofy movie, but it's also got some good jump scares and stuff. I had a great time with it. I had a blast with it. It made my top 10 for 2022, I think just barely, which mind you, 2022, excellent year for horror just in general. So anything to make it onto that top 10 list is probably something pretty good. That was a crazy year. 2022, best year of horror I've covered so far, for sure. We haven't gotten a Friday the 13th movie and a Nightmare on Elm Street movie for a while. Has been a minute. I'm making a prequel and reboot Halloween movie with new lore and new characters with Michael Myers. Hell yeah, dog. Am I excited for Scream 10? They'll probably announce it at some point. And I'll probably cover it. Easton Plays, why does Russell Crowe have an obsession with exorcism films? New Nightmare of Pope's Exorcist is coming on Friday. That's really funny. The New Nightmare of Pope's Exorcist. Yeah, we have a new exorcism flick coming out at some point in the future. Or I think it's next Friday with Russell Crowe. And then on top of that, we also have the sequel to The Pope's Exorcist, I believe coming out next year. Whew! Yikes. Yeah, my dude's obsessed with him lately. I love it. He's making a bunch of, he's getting his bag. You know what? Russell Crowe's getting his bag on these like creepy, weird horror flicks, and I love that. But I don't know. I think they're just going to be kind of silly, goofy movies. Like The Pope's Exorcist, it's a silly flick. It made me laugh. I had a very fun time laughing at it. So I'm assuming the sequel will be more of the same. At least I hope. And The Exorcism, again, more of the same. Nat Dog is bored too. Thanks for the $2, man. Appreciate you. Hey Jake, you should stream Body Cam on Golgotha. What is Body Cam? I am looking for game suggestions right now, so absolutely. I'll try to play as many of them as I can. What is this? Investigating the murder of a fellow officer, veteran Renee Lamido discovers a mysterious figure in the body cam footage. Haunted by visions of the event, she suspects something supernatural is targeting the cops in her unit. Now in a race against time to find the one person who can stop these killings, Renee uncovers a sinister secret among the police force surrounding the shooting and cover-up of an unarmed youth. That sounds very politically charged, so I don't that's going to be a maybe on that one. I got to do a little more research into that. Joseph Bishara does the music, though? Oh, shit. Okay, my dude. Joseph Bishara, fucking rocks though in terms of score. I love that. I love my dude Joseph. He does all the music for the Insidious and Conjuring flicks. I love a lot of his stuff, especially for the Insidious movies. But oh, hell yeah. Okay, well I'll look into this. I will look into this, Nat Dog. I don't know anything about this game. If it's like controversial or something, I don't know, dog. I know nothing about it, but I will look into it. I'll check it out. Thank you for the $2. Thank you for the $2. Appreciate it. Speaking of which, over on Golgotha, my brand new gaming channel, please do subscribe. I hit 200 subscribers today. Thank you all. Appreciate you fellas. Just posted a new video today playing Dead by Daylight with my girlfriend. It was a lot of fun, and I juked out the killer so bad towards the end, and I can't even fucking believe it happened. It was kind of a ridiculous moment. Had me in like tears laughing. It was so ridiculous. Go give it a watch. It's a very fun little video. So check it out. Give it a watch. Mayanne has been a member for 9 months. Holy crap, that's almost a year. Look at that. 3 more months, make it a year. Very good stuff, Mayanne. Thank you for your support. Did you call the Longlegs phone number? I'm waiting to do that until I make the video on this, which again, I don't know when that's coming out, but hopefully sometime in the near future. I want to like kind of live record myself doing it because someone earlier was telling me that it's just Nicolas Cage breathing into the phone. I believe that was Shania. Shania? It's not Shania, it's Sanaya. And I think I want to do that live. I want to get a little live reaction, put it into the video. That might be fun. But yes, I'm going to do this very soon here, Mayanne, and I'm excited for it as well. It sounds like it's gonna be really creepy and fun. Thank you for the 9 months. Really appreciate you. And can I just say one more thing? Thank you all for being excited about Longlegs. I was kind of like worried to make that video. Didn't know if there was excitement there. So I'm like, okay. Ooh, shit. Maybe it's time to make the Longlegs video. So I'm really excited. After the stream, a little more confident in that. So I'm excited to get to that very soon here. For sure though. I'm hyped about that. That and Cuckoo are like the movies I'm like the most hyped up about. I can't fucking wait, like losing my mind over these. So it's gonna be fun. Can't wait. Very good stuff. Nat Dog is bored. Another $2. Thank you, bro. Appreciate you. It's called Body Cam on Game. It's a multiplayer game. The game's on Steam, you meant. Well, thank you for the 2 again. I appreciate it. I will check it out on Steam. Pretty much all I play games on anymore is Steam or my computer. So yes, I'll be doing it. I'm very excited. This has been so much fun. Just finally diving into the gaming channel. I've been trying to make this happen for a very long time now, and I wanted to wait until the short film was 100% done to start it, but I'm like, if I don't do this now, like I'm not gonna have any other chance to really get this thing kickstarted. So it's been so much fun. I would love for that to get monetized before the end of the summer. I really do appreciate everyone who has already subscribed to Golgotha. But I want to, if we can get that thing to 1,000 subscribers before like the end of the year, be pretty fucking cool, man. Be a lot of fun. So I'm excited. I'm really excited for you guys to see what's coming for that page. So it's good. It's been a blast so far. I recorded 2 videos for it this weekend that I'm just still editing. I posted one from this weekend already, and then I got one coming up tomorrow, which I'm excited for. It's a part 2 to the Dead by Daylight one, but I think I'm gonna do some more Killer Clowns at some point, and then I put out a poll over there, and someone was asking about Five Nights at Freddy's games as well, and I was like, ooh, that won the poll of what other games should I play. So Five Nights at Freddy's games coming up as well, and maybe Body Cam. I'll look into this as well, Nat Dog. Thank you for the 2. Thank you for the 2. Thank you for the 2, and then thank you for the other 2. I appreciate it, my friend. Amit, what's up, fella? How you doing? Yo, Jake, just wanted to let you know that apparently there's a super secret cast member in MAXXXINE that is supposed to be playing a significant role, and I heard the twist/reveal isn't obvious. Hell yeah. Okay. Fuck yeah. I'm here for it. I will say from what I suspect is going on, I wouldn't say that it's obvious from what I think. I don't think it's obvious who the killer is or something like that. I have a guess, but I think the biggest thing is whoever the killer is, their motive has to be something poignant. You know, that's such a big deal. I made a video on this Friday, and I said, like, there's so many religious themes and undertones, underpinnings, all that bullshit in this movie. We get that from the trailer. We get that from X. We got that. That's got to play a role here. That's got to play a role into this next film. Otherwise, I would just be kind of confused. We also get multiple shots in the trailer where we see people who look like cult members with like these big machine guns shooting at something. What's going on there? So I imagine that's what it has to revolve around. I'm not 100% sure if I have the right guy, right killer or anything like that, but I feel like the motive has to revolve around that some way, somehow. It's very fitting with the time as well, when horror films were considered satanic. So I think there's a lot that the movie is going to say on the culture of the mid-'80s, and I'm excited for it. I think it's going to be a very fun slasher, possibly one of the best horror films of the year. Ty West can do no wrong, not after Pearl and X, man. Woo-hoo! Those were bangers. We have Michael Parton. What's up, my friend? How are you doing? Happy Pride Month. Thank you for the 5. Appreciate it. Saying, hey, Jake, I want to see you play games with a bunch of jump scares. I did just play Indigo Park. I can't remember who it was. Somebody was saying like, oh, dude, like, Indigo Park, you got to play that one. I think, Michael, was it you? was it you, my friend? Have we figured out the mystery of this live stream? I played that recently, very fun and filled with many jump scares. Pooped my pants a little bit. Five Nights at Freddy's is definitely coming up next. And then I'm trying to, I don't know. I don't know what else I'm going to do. This week is definitely going to be like Dead by Daylight, Killer Clowns kind of games. I've been, kind of seeing what other video game horror channels do, and that seems to be bread and butter for some pages. So I'm kind of diving into that a little bit this week, but I do want to do more of like the full gameplay videos, like I did with the Indigo Park one. That was a lot of fun. That was so much fun to play through that whole game. So soon I will be doing more of these for sure, Michael. It's going to be a very fun time. So thank you for the 5. Really do appreciate that. And I hope you dig all the videos going up on that second page there. Nat Dog throwing another 2 out there. Holy crap. You're killing it here, man. Thank you. The game does not have a story, so you saw the wrong one. I saw the wrong one? What? I looked up body cam game, and that's what came up, my friend. Oh, there's another one. Okay. Simulation video game. Body Cam is the first ultra-realistic multiplayer first-person shooter game using the latest technologies of this next-gen game. Oh, it's like, okay, it's the Unreal Engine 5 thing. Okay. I think I've heard of this, like where like the graphics are like insane or something. Maybe. I'm trying to stick to horror games, my friend, but I'll look into this. I will check this out for sure. Thank you for the 2 though, man. I really do appreciate you. David Gibson throwing 2 out there as well, saying Skydiving Dave's back and still on the stew train. Well, look at that, David. What's up, man? Welcome back. Appreciate you. I still love your profile picture. I remember it from the last time. Dave likes to skydive, as you can see there. And he's on the stew train, so he's diving right onto that train. Right from the sky. The stew train in the sky has people in it as well. Crazy, man. I love it. Well, we'll just have to see what they end up doing for Scream 7. I've said it before and I'll say it again. I'm not going to rule it out. I'm not going to go on the whole rant again because people are sick of it. If there's any criticism of this page that I see often, it's Jake, stop going on the damn stew rant during live streams. And I'll make this quick for that reason. It's absolutely a possibility, I think, because old Matthew Lillard is popping right now with Five Nights at Freddy's. So, of course, Spyglass would want to get him in one of these new movies to make some money. But we'll just have to see. I mean, I don't know if, again, it doesn't make any sense story-wise. People just want to see him back because he's Matthew Lillard, let's be honest. But maybe we have him come back in a different role. And I wouldn't be against that. Maybe he's just like a friend in the neighborhood or something. And it would be the kind of more of a cameo appearance thing. I love Matthew Lillard. He's my favorite Ghostface. Maybe we'll see him back at some point in the future. We'll just have to see. David, thank you for the 2. Thanks for hanging out with us, man. Let's talk a little horror. Good stuff. Good stuff. Good stuff. Do I like movies or games more? I definitely like movies more, but I do enjoy video games. They are fun. I don't know, like I've heard some people have argued me on this, but I've never really had like a super emotional experience playing a video game. Like movies can do that for me. The Last of Us Part 2, The Last of Us, the first one, is really the closest thing I've had to like more of an emotional experience with a video game. I don't know, like they're just more like, video games are fun for me, and that's great, that's awesome, but movies I feel like can elicit like so many different emotions in different ways, and I think that's fantastic. I don't know, that's just a really special thing for me that really only movies can do. But and Infinite Sky was the one to first suggest I play Indigo Park. Well, thank you, my friend. I ended up getting to it, so I hope you enjoyed the video, my friend. Thank you for being a channel member as well. Justin Proper is putting little words of caution in there. That's very funny. Careful, Jake. Pearl and X are great, but we could easily get a Halloween Ends equivalent. Don't even speak that into existence, Justin. What are you doing? No, I'm kidding. I hope not, man. Maxine has got to be good. I will say though, I'm worried the most about this movie than I was with X or Pearl. Like, I pretty much knew those were going to be good. I had been a fan of Ty West beforehand. And he's always made pretty good movies. But if Maxine is going to be a murder mystery, these are always across the board hit or miss with me. Because if the twist sucks, it kind of just ruins the whole movie, at least in my opinion. Or, there's other factors there too. But usually murder mysteries rely on a really good twist. Usually, not all the time. There are outliers to that. But if a movie has a bad twist, it just feels like a letdown at the end of the day. So if Maxine's reveal is something just really generic and really like, okay, I've seen that 1,000 times before, or you literally just borrowed that from Agatha Christie, my dude, well, then that will suck. You know what I mean? But I hope not. I hope that it's something where it's like, oh, this works with the commentary of the film. This works with the landscape and time period as well, too. That would be cool. I really hope Richard Ramirez is not the killer in that movie. I can't believe I got to say that, but that would just be really weird if it's like this really fun, upbeat slasher and then we're dealing with like a real life serial killer. I'm not into that. Sorry. The Dahmer Show tried to do that a couple years ago and it was not for me. I don't know. You can't just put Jeffrey Dahmer in American Psycho and expect no one to be like, oh, that's fine. Like what? No, you can't do that. You can't be doing that shit. I'm not going to have a fun time watching a real guy who really killed people, do his thing, I guess is my point. That's disgusting. That's messed up. So I really hope that Richard Ramirez is not the actual killer in Maxine. I'll say it right now, that will ruin the film for me. That would be a stinker. You're clashing tones big time there. So hopefully it's not that, Justin, but we'll just have to see in a couple of weeks. We're not too far out. I mean, what is it? It's the 17th, right? I mean, we're like 3 weeks away almost. Or a little under that, I think. I don't know. I'm excited though, man. Very good stuff. Nat Dog, thank you for the 5 again. I found the right one. That was it. The Unreal Engine 5, where it kind of just looked like Call of Duty. So like that one, I'm guessing. I do play a lot of Call of Duty every now and then. So maybe I'll play that. Maybe I'll play it at some point. I don't know. I am going to start doing streaming, and I feel like that's going to be a little less looser. So I might stream some Call of Duty, might stream some of that too. I don't know. I just don't want, like, my big thing I'm worried about right now is starting up a new channel. I don't want the algorithm to get fucked immediately. I did that with this channel, and I don't want it to happen to that page. So I want to just like try to stick to something, and hopefully the algorithm will be like, oh, this is a horror video game page, If you start posting all over the place, then it just gets confused. And then it's like, well, I don't know who to recommend you to, buddy. I don't know what to tell you. So the algorithm is weird like that, Nat Dog. But thank you for the 5. I appreciate it. I will definitely look into that game and see what's up. As soon as I have a little, as soon as I get some things going on that second page, we'll be getting into it. David Gibson throwing 2 in there. Thank you for the 2, my friend. Saying thoughts on Devon Sawa wanting to play Freddy. Devon Sawa playing Freddy Krueger. I mean, I like Devon Sawa. I think he's an excellent actor. I don't know about him playing Freddy Krueger. It's an odd choice off the top of my head. I think he's got the look, Let me look this up. I'm curious about if other villain roles he's played. Because I know Chucky and all that, but like, I know Devon Sawa from like Idle Hands, Final Destination, movies like that, where he's usually just like the lead character, who's in a bad situation, usually the good guy. Idle Hands, it's questionable about his morality though. He's a bit of a fucking weirdo in that movie, but still, I don't know. I don't know if I see him as, I don't know if I've yet to see him in a role besides Chucky, which I'm not counting Chucky because that's a whole fucking rant. I don't know. I don't know if I see him as a killer character or not. My pitch, and everyone thinks I'm weird. No one agrees with this take, and that's totally fine. I don't care. My number 1 pick for Freddy Krueger right now is Glenn Howerton from Always Sunny in Philadelphia. I think that Dennis Reynolds in all that crazy makeup, that could make for such a fun yet also dark Freddy, which is the balance they need to strike, right? We need a Freddy Krueger who's going to be like a little scarier, but also have that same charismatic energy that original Freddy has. I want to see Freddy Krueger excitedly chopping off his fingers again, looking at all the kids he's gonna kill. Like that's the vibe that Freddy Krueger gives off to me. And I don't know if Devon Sawa would do it as goofy as how I imagine it, It's got to be a little goofy, but also make it a little dark and disturbing too. Just not as dark as how the remake did it. 2010 pushed it a little too far, in my opinion. But If you can strike that balance and you don't make Freddy a fucking creep, well, then it can be fun. Again, I don't want to watch, just an actual awful fucking thing happen on screen. Something a little more fun, though, and silly, There's a line with these things, right? There's a line with horror films where it's like, okay, that was too far, dog. I don't know what to tell you. But Devon Sawa, I don't know. He's just not my first choice. I feel like maybe, under the right director. If James Wan was directing, fuck, he could pick whoever he wanted to play Freddy. Let it happen. As long as James Wan directs, that'd be awesome. But that's just my dream, David. James Wan directing and Dennis Reynolds from Always Sunny being Freddy Krueger. That would be awesome. Who knows, though? We'll just have to see. David, thanks for being here, by the way, man. It means a lot to see you again, hanging out with us. Still skydiving, I hope, too. Let me know in the comments. I'm curious. Talia, what's up, fella? How you doing? Matthew will always be the most amazing and kind celebrity I've ever met. I would agree. He kissed my hand when I met the fella. He's a very nice dude, and he's insanely tall. I mean, like, way taller than you would think as well. he is unbelievable. Like, I mean, I thought I was tall. I'm like 6'2", 6'3"-ish, and I was looking up at the guy like this. It's ridiculous. No, he's an amazing human being. He's so kind, and he's just a nice dude. I don't know. I just love him to death. Not only does he play my favorite Ghostface, but he's also just a very fun guy. Very wholesome fella, too. Maxine fucking Minx, love it. Love that in the trailer. It makes me sad that they cut out the F word, though, in the new trailer. What's up with that? It's crazy, man. Just words. It's just words. Justin Proper is saying you can do a Richard Ramirez film, but AC/DC in the sound include AC/DC in the soundtrack, but should you? Like, I mean, here's my thing, right? Like, I have no problem with true crime. I have no problem with, any like kind of biopic on a real life serial killer. Like, yeah, make those things. They're informative. That's good. But when there's just a confusion in tone when you decide to make like a fictional story based around something like that. There are outliers to this. I think Once Upon a Time in Hollywood evades that because it's not completely about the Manson family, right? It's not really about that until like the climax of the movie. And that's why it works for me. But something like making Richard Ramirez the killer in a slasher movie, I feel like that's kind of distasteful, right? Because it's like, this guy really killed people in Los Angeles in the 1980s. That sucks, bro. Like, that's awful. Fuck that guy. I think that, I don't know. I don't want to be like rooting or going like, oh my God, that was brutal when I'm watching a kill on screen if that's supposed to be Richard Ramirez. Like, that's messed up. I don't know. I don't want to be celebrating when something like that's happening on screen. And with this movie looking like it's going to have a fun, campier tone, I just feel like that's going to clash. That's not going to work for me at all. But again, we'll just have to see. I'm all about true crime. I'm all about campy slashers, but you got to keep those things separated. Some things should not mesh. And this is one of those things, in my opinion. Devon Sawa was the antagonist in the was he the antagonist in the Fanatic though? Question mark. I don't know if he was the antagonist in the Fanatic. That's up for debate. I would say. My Chunky Jordy has been a member for 12 months. Thank you so much for the year. Really appreciate you. Thank you. Jake should play Freddy. That would be awesome. I would love to play Freddy Krueger, but dear God. If any YouTuber should play Freddy Krueger, it's Dave McRae, because he did a great job in that little short film he was in. And I would love to see him play the character in a feature. I think he did a great job there. But again, I also just feel like Dylan's New Nightmare, I really liked it, but I wanted more, I'm just like, oh man, kind of wanted more of Freddy Krueger going after this guy. It's very cool, but I don't know. I want to see more of that. I want to see more of Dave McRae's take, possibly in a full feature at some point. That'd be really cool. But my Chunky Jordy, I really do appreciate that. Very kind of you to say. Be an honor. So be cool shit. And Justin, yes, he did kiss my hand at Cincy Horror Hound. He gave me a hug at the Q&A. He's literally the GOAT if there ever was one. Without a doubt. No, he's fantastic. Very good stuff. Yeah, I told him he was my favorite Ghostface. I told him SLC Punk is so underrated. I can't believe more people haven't seen it. And he was like, I don't hear that often. So thanks, man. I appreciate that. So it was fun. It was really funny. It was a great interaction. He kissed my hand. We took a bunch of pictures with him. Super kind dude. He was awesome. Why did I hate The Beekeeper so much? Because the entire movie is a John Wick ripoff mixed with bee puns. That's it. If you didn't see The Beekeeper, that's it. That's the whole plot. It's the plot of the original John Wick It's a little stupider, and all of the dialogue is B puns. You think I'm kidding? Watch it and tell me I'm wrong. I can't believe I paid money to see that movie. It was a very, very much so a waste of time. And I am allergic to bees too, so there's that too. My buddy loved it. I went with my buddy Connor to see it. He had a great time, and I was like, that was just John Wick with bee puns, man. I don't know. I was bored to tears. Dylan's New Nightmare was never received my Blu-ray from them, sadly, back in 2022 when you ordered it. Oh, that's no good. I mean, you know, it's a short film, right? That sucks about the Blu-ray. I don't know anything about that, but it sucks about, it sucks that it's a short film. I love it. I really did enjoy it. How long is it? It's like 20-ish minutes, I want to say. Dylan's new emo song. Okay, why when I type into the search bar Dylan's new, the first thing that comes up is Dylan's new emo song. That's funny. Dylan's New Nightmare. I'm just curious how long this thing is. It's 34 minutes. Okay, 34 minutes. I don't know. I thought it was cool for what it was. Again, it's a short film. It's not a feature. It's not feature length. For what it is, I was like, cool. That's awesome. But again, I would like to see a feature of that at some point. I feel like that could be really fucking cool. So I enjoyed it for what it was. I want to see more of Dave McRae playing the killer, though, for sure. When do you think we're getting a Terrifier 3 trailer? Asks Bob Geeks Out over pop culture. Probably soon. I actually said in my video today, look out for it, dude. For sure. Look out for it real soon, because the movie comes out in early October, and usually they start marketing these movies towards the end of June, early July. Usually like a 3-month window for advertisements to get people hyped up for something. So, yes, I believe it's coming soon. I'm hoping maybe end of this month at the earliest. That would be very cool. Got my eyes peeled for it, though. We are getting some more news updates slowly but surely, so that makes me think we're getting something real soon here, Bob. I can't wait. I can't wait to see new footage from the flick. I'm dying here. Dying here. Have I seen the Wicker Man remake? Dude, hell yes, I've seen the Wicker Man remake. It used to be part of my intro, like back in the fucking day, dude. Can you guys believe I've almost been doing this page for 5 years? I couldn't even believe it. When I first started doing this, like, I want to say like my intro for like 2020, maybe. I had like the Not the Bees thing as part of the intro for a little while. So yes, I know I've seen the Wicker Man remake, and yes, I have laughed at it as well. It is it is fucking insane. What a movie. Honestly, the Not the Bees thing is hilarious, but my favorite part of the movie is when Nicolas Cage runs up to a little girl, he picks her up and starts shaking her, and he's like, "Why are you frightened?" And I'm like, "Nick, the answer's right in front of you, buddy." I would also be frightened if a gigantic man picked me up and started shaking me about. So I don't know. I love it. I think it's fucking hilarious. Excellent movie. 10 out of 10. Nicolas Cage can do no wrong. Trayvon King, what's up, fella? Have I seen The Boys season 4 yet? Well, I'm incredibly busy at the moment. I'm working on a short film, running 3-ish YouTube channels, I guess. I'm just crazy busy right now, man. So I have not had time to watch it, because I want to watch Gen V first, and I still have yet to do that. I still have not watched that, and I hear that the Gen V characters are in The Boys season 4. So I'm waiting until I have some time to just be able to binge through that whole show to really get to this. But again, in time. I'm getting to it. I might do like a big season review once it's all out. I just don't have time to cover it with each episode. Again, like I said, like from pretty much the moment, like I woke up, I got ready this morning, and I started editing, and then I'm on this live stream. So like it's crazy. I've been doing 12-hour days almost every single day for like a month now, trying to get everything done that I'm trying to get done right now. It's insane. It's a lot, but it's a lot of fun too. And my short film, I'm very excited for you guys to see sometime in the future here. So it's been a lot of work, but it's going to be great. David Gibson, thank you for the 2, man. Appreciate it again. Haven't dived in forever now. Watch the show Evil. Oh, that's no good, man. Well, I hope you do it sometime soon. It sounds like it's fun. I've always wanted to go myself. Have I watched the show Evil? No, but I have heard of it. I've been meaning to watch it. Actually, fuck, I don't even think I know what it's about. Evil series. Evil. Okay, yeah. This show. Yeah, Michael Emerson is on it. Fuck yeah, okay. Yeah, no, I've heard of this. I don't think I've watched it. Skeptical psychologist Kristen Bokard, or Yeah, Kristen Bokert. What do you know? Joins David Acosta, who is training to be a Catholic priest and a blue-collar contractor as they investigate the church's backlog of unexplained mysteries, including supposed miracles, demonic possession, and other extraordinary occurrences. Gives me like Monster of the Week vibes. Again, I haven't seen it, but I'm assuming it's something similar to that. I might check this out. I might give this a watch, David. Okay. Hell yeah, dog. Again, I'm more of a movie person, but like TV shows every now and then I can get into when I'm not in the middle of 1,000 projects. What if John Cena was the killer in Scream 7? We wouldn't be able to see him, Aaron. That's the problem with that. I mean, I would be into it. He's a good actor, but I just, you never see him in movies. Just always invisible. Instead of having friends, Jake has horror movies. You'd fucking know it. Justin Proper saying, Wicker Man was my first drinking party with a movie. Second was The Room. Oh, The Room. The Room is so much fun to watch, only intoxicated. That is the best advice I could give you for trying to get through that one. Tommy Wiseau really tries. He really tries in that movie, and that's why it's so fun. But what a blast. What a blast of a movie. If you can get through that one, it's great. Will you be playing A Quiet Place The Road Ahead? Yes, I will, Nerdy Mastermind. It's going to be fun. I will start streaming on the page very soon here. I'm still getting all that figured out. Again, lots going on behind the scenes. What else is going on? I just realized you have a Jackson in the background. Does it have a Floyd Rose? It does not have a Floyd Rose, but it is a Jackson, and it does play very nice. I got the strings tuned up on it maybe 6 months ago, I want to say. But it's nice. It's a nice guitar. I really love it. Got to start playing again. It's been a minute. What actor or actress do you think has slasher villain potential? Again, Glenn Howerton, because holy fuck, Dennis Reynolds is so scary. I'm trying to think who else. I think Sophie Thatcher has the look for it. I will say that. I think I was thinking about Scream 7 casting. I'm like, who are they going to cast in that movie? And I remember there was rumors back in the Scream 6 days that Sophie Thatcher was attached to that movie. Of course, that was one of the many rumors that ended up not being true. But Sophie Thatcher, I was like, oh, she would be great in a Scream movie. I could totally see her being a killer. That'd be awesome. I think she would be great. I don't know. She would be a great reveal in a Ghostface outfit. That could be fun. I'm trying to think who else, just off the top of my head. Jacob Elordi. I never watched Saltburn, which sucks, but he gives me very much so a serial killer vibe, which I don't know if that's a good thing or not, but no, he could totally do that. I think he's a bad guy in Saltburn. Again, I still never watched that movie, but apparently there's a scene in that movie which I probably can't talk about on YouTube. And keep it and trying to keep this thing monetized, but it's vicious. So those two off the top of my head for sure. Dr. Montgomery, who's kind of played a slasher before, would love to see him in something even more vicious. That would be cool. Any theories on A Quiet Place? I pitched theories for A Quiet Place a long time ago. It's been a minute since I really thought about this. Again, we're dusting the cobwebs and dust off of this box. But I do remember I had a theory about the original Quiet Place that what's John Krasinski? John Krasinski's character was still alive. I had a theory about that a long time ago. And I still feel like whatever Quiet Place 3 is going to be could hit on that. Again, I'm dusting the cobwebs off of this box, but I'm not remembering everything about it. There was something that happened in part 2 that made me think that this could be a possibility for whatever the next continuation is going to be. Again, we're getting a prequel here in a week or so. So that's not a continuation, right? This is day 1. This is what happened the first day the monsters came to Earth. So I want to watch 1 and 2 again before I can confidently talk a little more on that. But I remember seeing something in that movie and being like, oh shit, are they setting some crazy twist up here? Because that would be really cool. But we'll just have to see. Anthony Starr in Scream 7, that would be great. Would love to see Homelander in there. Mia Goth, yeah, Mia Goth can play psychotic, and she has a couple times now, dog. I think the question was more so like who hasn't done it yet, Mia Goth can play a fucking killer in anything she wants. Are you kidding me? And not only with Pearl and X, but have you guys seen Infinity Pool? She's a fucking maniac in that movie. Oh my God. Love it. What actor would be perfect for Toy Chica in Five Nights at Freddy's 2, the movie? I'm thinking of Tara Strong. Yeah, that's actually a really good choice. Voice-wise, fuck yeah. That's really funny. honestly the only person I can think of off the top of my head too. She's got a great voice. I've seen like her reels or whatever where she's like doing the voice actor stuff. Very good stuff from her. Scott Royston is peacing out. We'll take care of Jake later. Peace out, man. Thanks for hanging out with us. Appreciate you. You think Zendaya would be a good Ghostface? Hey, hell yeah, dog. Hell no. What? Hell no? I don't know. I've only ever seen Zendaya play like good characters, at least in what I'm familiar with her. But hey, maybe, I don't know. Could be cool. Could be fun. Could be fun. You had a theory about the Quiet Place movie possibly being a part of the Cloverfield universe. They are very similar films. I never even thought about that, Marley Kai. Monsters coming down to Earth from the sky, you know, aliens and all that. Yeah, there you go. Cloverfield is one of those movies where there's some crazy Easter eggs in that movie. I never caught this until very recently, like until I started doing research on it and made a whole video about it, I think like 2 years ago. But at the very end of Cloverfield, you know, they show you that shot of like maybe like 2 months before the events of what happened in the movie. You can see in the very far distance a comet coming down from the sky and landing in the ocean. And it's the monster from the movie. And I'm like, I never caught that until that last viewing. That movie, I don't know, that movie blows my mind. That is such a good found footage movie that doesn't get talked about enough. Cloverfield is excellent. There's also little snippets from other monster movies in the flick that are like blink or you'll miss them. That blew my mind finding that out as well. There's so many other like kaiju monster movies spliced into the film, which is supposed to be like a big Easter egg. It's fun. It's fun stuff. I love that. You're going to see Inside Out 2 this weekend? Okay. Hell yeah. I don't know too much about this one. I don't even remember the first one. I'm gonna be honest. I don't know if I watched it or not. I'm aware of the concept, but I don't remember if I watched that first one. Looks like it's gonna be fun though, for sure. I'm again, kid movie wise, I think I'm a little more excited for Despicable Me, which is probably a very weird take, but I'm here for it. I don't know. It might be fun. I vote on David Dastmalchian and Mia Goth for Ghostface Killers for Scream 7. That would be interesting. Mia Goth in a Scream film, I've heard this suggested so many times. I'm like, I don't know if Mia Goth has any interest in that. I would be so down for it, but I'm just thinking about like the movies she's been in. She's always in more like indie weird stuff. She gives me more of like a like modern Shelley Duvall type, where it's like more like indie movies and weird stuff. I mean, of course, you know, she plays like she's in like the Popeye movie, right? But majority of her career is like more the weird indie underground stuff, which I love. Same with Mia Goth, it seems so far. Like just from the movies I've seen of hers, like a Cure for Wellness, Infinity Pool, X, Pearl, all these movies, like they're just more the stranger stuff. But I wouldn't mind her being in Scream 7 either. Be cool. Here's the ultimate question I ask everyone. If you were asked by aliens tonight and they said, you are Earth's selection to explore the universe, what do? Explore the universe, without a doubt. Are you kidding me? I mean, I love this. This is so much fun, you know, like Earth and all that. But I feel like, you know, I get the gist. I get the gist of Earth. You know, I'm like, I know what's going on here. I've been here for 25 years. I got an idea. What else is out there? I'm curious. I would love to know. I would love to be the stoner that has to explore the universe and tell everybody what's going on. It'd be hilarious if they picked me. Out of everyone, I'd be like, what? Are you sure? That would be my first reaction. If you're curious, I'd be like, really? Out of everyone? Come on, man. Now, what if I had a family? That'd be beautiful. If I had a family with a bunch of aliens, if I fell in love with an alien woman or something, I don't think my girlfriend would appreciate this, but I mean, like that'd be crazy. It'd be awesome. I'd bring her along. I'd be like, you know, let's make this a throuple. Let's do this thing. Oh my God. But no, I don't know. I'm here for it, man. And you know, the other thing too is my entire family, we are all big like alien people. I love aliens. I love talking about aliens and all that shit. My family would probably encourage me to do that. They'd be like, do it. Go for it. Go out into the universe and explore. TJ Sanders is saying I have a twisted idea about Stu in Scream 7. Stu in person and Sydney goes to him. Stu in person and Sydney goes to him to get help about getting help to catch Ghostface. So like Stu, like this is like kind of like the Stu in prison theory, like kind of like Stu's doing like a Silence of the Lambs thing, and Sydney needs to go talk to him about whatever's going on there. I've heard this theory a couple of times, and they've actually kind of touched on that with a deleted draft of Scream 6. They were supposed to keep Quinn alive, who was going to be like basically this kind of character. And I think that would have been cool, but again, I think because Radio Silence didn't really have any intentions on doing Scream 7 after hearing them talk about it, I don't think that ever would have actually came to fruition with them. I think it would have been really cool to see Quinn like live and like have more of an like get arrested instead of like actually just dying, like how pretty much literally every Ghostface before that has. It would have been a fun angle to explore for sure, having a Ghostface live and then, doing something with them in the future in another movie. But I think you got to have committed directors, and the, Radio Silence guys, they were very much so ready to move on. They didn't want to do too much in the field of Scream. They wanted to kind of move on and do their own things as well, which I totally respect. Honestly, if I were asked to make 3 Scream films, I'd be a little intimidated. I would kind of only want to do just like one that was like, I felt really confident in, and that would kind of be it. But I don't know. I would have loved to have seen that angle explored as well. That would have been really fun. But who knows? Who knows if we ever get that or not? Rumor has it Spyglass is trying to start a brand new trilogy of Scream films, so maybe that ends up happening with another Ghostface in the future. So whoever the Scream 7 reveal might be. If I was Earth Selection, I would say yes and find them hot female aliens. This is starting to sound like a Pornhub ad. What is going on here? Oh no, you have a family on Earth. You can't take them. All right, I'm leaving them behind. I'm going to the moon, baby. But I love asking that question because that helps me in my writing and character motivation. Well, I'm pretty fucking chaotic though, so I mean, I'm probably not going to help you out too much. Yeah, I'm not gonna lie, dude. I'd be like, aliens? Okay, rock and roll, man. Let's do this thing. Let's take life to the next level. Scream spin-off theory. Stu goes to hell after he dies in 1996. He goes to hell and convinces Satan to make Sid... What? Dog, what? We're dealing with angels and demons in Scream now? Dear God. Dear God. You have a goal to make a British kaiju movie. It's like the kaiju invading like England or something. That could be kind of okay. That could be interesting. I'm into it. I vibe with it. I mean, if you make anything like Godzilla -1, I'm here for it. Fucking, that movie was awesome. That one was, man, made me excited in all the right areas. That's a good twist, though. Start a new alien family. That's what I'm doing. I'm starting an alien family. In that situation, that's what I'm doing, man. I'm here for it. Yeah. Fuck it, man. Whew. You're currently working on a story idea that takes place in a retail outlet like Walmart. I've always wanted to do like a story like The Mist, where it's like characters who are trapped somewhere like that, where like theoretically they could, probably survive for a long time, but like there's some kind of danger outside keeping them inside. I think that to me would be so much fun. I love The Mist for that reason, and to tell a story similar to that would be a blast. I don't know. I've always vibed with that. I've always vibed with that concept. But I like the idea of retail horror. I'm finally doing like I wrote down an idea, like a log line the other day for like what my cabin in the woods story would be. I've been trying to think about that recently. I'm like, what would my if I had to do a cabin in the woods story, what would it be? And I had an idea the other day, and I'm like, oh, okay, that could maybe be something. So I'm thinking about finally doing that. I've always wanted to do some kind of like, oh, this is a cabin in the woods set story. But like every time I write something down, I'm like, that's just too similar to something else. That's just too this, too that, whatever. But I had something the other day where I was like, okay, that's not bad. I could vibe with that. So I love it, man. I love trying to like find a good location and trying to figure something out with that. That always helps me when I'm coming up with an idea. If I were in a Scream movie, would I be the killer, survivor, opening kill, or death? I would opening kill or death. I would die for sure. No way I'm living through one of those. I'm a baby when it comes to real life horror. I love movie horror. That's a lot of fun, but I would I would fucking, bro, Ghostface would stab me in the face so fast. I'd be gone. I'd be, no way, dude. No, I like I like playing killers in movies. That's a blast, but no way, dog. No, I'd be dead meat in real life. David Gibson, thanks for the 2. Ghostface cult, every kill is a different member. Ooh. I have always vibed with the Ghostface cult theory. It's really interesting to me. Again, I would, this is something that I almost feel like you got to build up in a couple of movies, though. You know, I think about real life cults and how like their influence like spreads across like hundreds of people in real life. You know, there have been like big cults like that where it's like that's insane. Like I can't believe it got that big. And a lot of it is because there was just a lot of time building that up, you know, getting more and more people attached to it. I would want to, if they ever do go that route, I would want them to build that maybe like in the background of a series of movies. So maybe this new trilogy, you know, if that rumor is true about Spyglass, what they're doing with these next couple of movies potentially, that would be a cool thing to build up in the background. Who knows? But I've never been against the Ghostface cult. If they do it right, it could totally work. But it also could get too overcomplicated and ruin a movie. But if they have a good idea for it, if they have a Ghostface cult who's maybe not just going after Sydney, maybe there's more to it than that, because this is a grander thing. You know, it's a bigger concept. We're ballooning the idea of Ghostface. You can't really get around that. You can't really have the motive be the same thing, right? It's got to be a bigger motive too. You know, you got to be going for something a little more than just killing the survivor of the previous couple of movies. So I think that, yes, Scream is getting back to Sydney's story, but Scream has proven that it's more than just that. You know, Scream is also horror commentary. It's also about this big network of Ghostface killers. There's Scream 6 introduced us to that idea, and I thought that was really interesting. It was a fun direction for the franchise, even though it is seemingly short-lived. So maybe we expand upon that here in the future, and I'm very much so down for that. See where it goes next. Ghostface cult, run it, but do it right. Whoever ends up doing that. Because, I mean, eventually, let's be honest, we're going to hit on everything at some point. David, thank you for the 2, though. Really do appreciate it. Paula, I said this earlier. I don't know if, I can't remember who asked it. Theories on Quiet Place. I don't know if I have any theories on Quiet Place Day 1 in particular. I do know that Jamon Hansu's character is in this film, and he does appear also in the sequel. So I imagine that Day 1 will be set up for the island storyline and location from that film. I think that John Krasinski's character is potentially still alive out there, which could be fun. And I really hope that this prequel decide, like, a big thing for me about prequels, right, is I feel like a lot of them are unnecessary. And I question why they were made. With prequels, I'm always a little more judgmental for that reason, because you got to have a reason for telling your story. I just, like, I don't need to know why. I don't need to know how these characters got to that island. But if you give me some other piece of information that's going to help the story moving forward in the future, like, there's a reason for this flashback, I'm here for it. But if you're just giving me a prequel story showing how the characters made it to the island and it adds absolutely nothing else, I feel like it's irrelevant. So Quiet Place Day 1, in my opinion, needs to hit on that. I just don't, I don't care enough. I don't care enough to know how these characters got to the island from part 2. I want this to potentially add to the story. And if it doesn't, I'm going to feel like it was a waste of time. But we'll just have to see. Again, maybe this is setting up more for the future. At least I hope so, because otherwise I'm just like, what the fuck, dude? Prequels are hard to do, man. Prequels are very hard to do. Elm Street's Last Brad. What's up, fella? How you doing? What's up, everyone? Missed you guys. I missed you too. Thanks for being here, and thanks for being a channel member, dude. Thanks for hanging out with us tonight. We're talking a little Scream, a little Quiet Place, a little MAXXXINE even. Ooh. And we even touched on some Long Legs earlier, which I was really excited to get into. It's a movie I'm very hyped up for. It's going to be fun. Infinite Sky, what settings do you think are underused in horror movies? What settings? I'm trying to think. Honestly, going back to The Mist again, gas stations. Anytime I see a gas station in a horror movie, it is really effective. Off the top of my head, there's a lot of Thousands horror movies that use gas stations as settings. I think one of the best examples is probably, oh my God, it's slipping me now. The Mist, of course. High Tension. I'm like, what is the name of that movie? High Tension has such a great scene with a gas station. It is so suspenseful and so well done. I think like gas stations, truck stops, all that stuff, like it is very creepy, very suspenseful in those places. So I am very much so. I want to see more of that. I think they're creepy. Middle of nowhere gas stations, just running around one of those with the slasher villain. Some interesting stuff there. Lots you can do there. Logan, what's up, Logan? How's it going? Welcome in, welcome in. Talking a little bit about the Terrifier 3 update, Jason Patrick has joined the cast from The Lost Boys, for those who did not know. Jason might play Sienna's dad in the flashback scenes for Terrifier 3. I could totally see that. He definitely has the look for it. Just looking at the guy. Yeah, I could totally see him playing her dad. I wonder if we do end up doing that, if we do end up having flashback scenes for Terrifier 3. Again, another thing that's tough to do right, in my opinion. I want to, with purpose, all things with purpose, right? And as Terrifier starts to dive deeper and deeper into its lore and story with each continuation, like especially 2 was a lot heavier on that than the first one. I'm excited to find out what else, was going on there with the dad. We don't know much about him except that he kind of lost his mind towards the end of his life as a tumor started to develop in his head, and he drove himself into a substation. So it's like, ooh, there's something going on there. He has some weird connection to Art the Clown. And I feel like we already kind of have an answer as to what Art the Clown is based on what Damien Leone has talked to us about with the character, based on the deleted ending to Terrifier 2, which I did a whole video on back in the day. Very good video. If you have not seen it, check it out. But I could totally see Jason Patrick being Sienna's dad for sure. No, I could totally get behind that. That makes a lot of sense. If you ever make an original movie, will you try to put it in theaters nationwide? Yeah. Without it, I'm not going to put all that hard work and, money, time, all that stuff into a big movie if I didn't want to put it in theaters, man. Like, hell yeah. Oh yeah. I have plenty of ideas. It's kind of just a matter of getting to that point in my career. So it's going to take some time. I have yet to see a come and go gas station in a movie. What's stopping us? Justin, that's such a great point. We need more we need come and goes in movies, and that would be fun. That would be cool. I vibe with that. We should see more of that for sure. Urban Legends opening scene was at a gas station. It was. That's also a good scene. A creepy scene too. Urban Legend, I think, sticks out so much in my brain because it's got really good kills. Like that's a big thing about Urban Legend that I really appreciate. There's so many of those like Scream. I don't want to say, I always say Scream knockoff movies. It's just that time period, right? That whole time period, like everything feels like Scream, and there's a lot of really good movies from that time period. But if I have any criticism of that whole section of horror, it's that the kills are so vanilla. But Urban Legend really steps it up there, in my opinion. And this kill is a testament to that. The axe through the head or whatever, and like the whole window breaks, like that's awesome. It's also just a gorgeous it's a gorgeous sequence too. It's really pretty. It's got some great performances and stuff. I don't know. Urban Legends opening scene is great. No, very good stuff there. Are you okay about Blumhouse getting their hands on Nightmare on Elm Street? So I'm hearing now that was debunked about that rumor that the Lee Cronin film that he's making for Blumhouse and Atomic Monster, that's not actually Nightmare on Elm Street, but I don't know. I'm hearing things both ways. Who knows what's going on with that? But I don't know. I know some people are like, oh my God, Blumhouse makes terrible franchise continuations. I would agree with that 7 out of 10 times, which is, a concerning amount. But every now and then, you have that 3 out of 10 where it's like, that was pretty fun. That was pretty cool. I think Halloween 2018, Halloween Kills off the top of my head are some of the best ones, which I really enjoy. Some people don't, and that's fine, but I vibe with those, man. They're fun movies. But then of course you have like The Exorcist Believer, and I'm not going to bring up Halloween Ends again because that's just a sore spot at this point. But I don't know, Blumhouse, very hit or miss when it comes to franchise continuations, and I will agree, majority misses. But I don't know, they're not all bad, right? I don't think Blumhouse would. It all depends, and I think at the end of the day, right, it all depends on the creatives behind the film. And if Lee Cronin was doing it, that would be awesome. Like, I don't care if it's through Blumhouse. If Lee Cronin is writing and directing a Freddy movie, it's probably going to be good. I just watched Evil Dead Rise, literally last night. And man, that movie, it's got some Nightmare on Elm Street vibes to it a little bit. Like it has a couple of scenes here and there where I'm like, that felt very Freddy. Like that felt very Freddy Krueger-ish. And I was like, okay, I can get behind that. There's a sense of humor in the film, especially where, you know, Fede Alvarez's Evil Dead feels a little more like the original. I've always felt that Evil Dead Rise was more akin to Evil Dead 2. Like it's got that sense of humor about it, but it is still gory. Evil Dead Rise is literally like put Evil Dead 2 and Evil Dead 2013 in a blender, and that's what would come out, essentially. You got like the, ooh, you know, like reactionary kills and gore sequences, but then you also have a bit of a sense of humor. The eyeball going in the mouth, Staffney, that's hilarious. What? What do you mean that thing's name is Staffney? That's fucking great. I don't know. Great stuff all around in that movie, though. Had a great time with it. Jackson Watkins is very excited for Scream 7. Can't wait for it. I'm excited too. It's going to be fun. I want to get some updates on it before I really start talking about it again, but, you know, hopefully something, man. I remember, you know, like the last big update, or should I say last big rumor about the film is that it was going to start filming in October. I was going to make a video about it, but I'm just like, man, I don't know. Again, I just don't have... It wasn't anything like really worth making a whole video about. I was like, okay, they're filming in October, and I was going to do some speculation on like, okay, maybe it's got like a winter setting since they're starting so late. I don't know. But I don't know. We'll just have to see. We'll have to see. I just want an update. I want a real update, something to bounce off of. So, Elm Street's Last Bread. I don't disagree with this, man. Ty West for Nightmare on Elm Street. I can see that. See, the one thing that I feel like people wouldn't like about Ty West's Nightmare on Elm Street, though, is that he would take 45 minutes to set everything up, and then Freddy would show up. Dude, I would bet money on it, too. He likes to take his time with the setups before he gets into anything crazy. I don't personally mind, but when it comes to Nightmare on Elm Street, you know, it is a little more fast-paced, is a little more like just kind of crazy. Let's get into it. Let's have some fun. And I don't know. I don't know if I love Ty West, but I don't know if he's the most fun director, you know, if that makes sense. I think he's a great director, but I don't know if fun is always his most, you know, valuable priority when it comes to slashers. And Nightmare on Elm Street, it's got that goofiness, man. I want to have that goofy edge to it. I love Freddy, you know, but it's like, you know, doing an Art the Clown movie where Art the Clown is 100% serious the whole time. You know, it's just not going to work. Like, I want to see the guy fucking pointing and laughing at people as he's chopping them up. That's brutal. It's the same thing with Freddy Krueger. I want to hear him, you know, basically having a blast, like an excellent Saturday night chopping up teenagers, because that's his MO. That's his thing. That's what he does. And I love it. So much fun. That original movie is a blast to watch. And honestly, all of the sequels are fun if you just watch the scenes with Freddy. Even the bad ones. But I don't care. Anyways, Logan is asking, what do I think of High Tension? I think it's a really fun movie, and I don't know, I'm on the fence about the twist, but it mostly works for me. Does it make 100% sense? Not really, but I still had a good time with it, and I will admit the twist got me the first time I watched it as well. So I think that's cool. I think the kills are super brutal. I don't care if it's a ripoff of a Dean Koontz book. I still have a good time with it every time. And, you know, the other thing I will say about High Tension is even though Dean Koontz, like, hates the movie because it's pretty much a direct ripoff of one of his books, it's the best adaptation of a Dean Koontz novel ever. Whether you like it or not, Dean, it is. The only other one that comes to mind that's even, like, remotely close to being... Well, okay, there's two. I'll be fair. The Odd Thomas movie was pretty good, and Phantoms. Like, Phantoms is close. It's close to being a great adaptation. But Phantoms, Odd Thomas, and High Tension are like the best kind of Dean Koontz adaptations for sure. He doesn't have a whole lot of those, which is a shame because I don't know if I like Dean Koontz as much as I like Stephen King as a writer, but he's up there. I mean, he's up there. He's up there for sure. He's got some really good novels. Intensity is one of those, which High Tension is kind of loosely based off of. It's a controversy. It's a whole thing. But it's good stuff. Infinite Sky is asking an interesting question, another obscure question, which I love. Do you think Rambly from Indigo Park could be a good horror villain? Like, I've seen the theories on how, like, Rambly is actually, like, an evil character, and after playing through it, I'm like, I don't feel like I know enough about Rambly yet. But I will say he is clearly motivated on like getting your character into the park and repairing everything, which makes me think there is more to him than what meets the eye. The other thing that's really suspicious about Rambly is he really hates the Lloyd character, the lion. And I feel like Lloyd is maybe a good guy. You'll remember playing through that game, Lloyd doesn't attack you. He's just kind of like he's like, oh, I'm sad. Like there's that one point where he like grabs your shoulder and it's a little jump scare, and then he's like, oh, and he just cowers into the corner or whatever. I think Rambly, I don't know. I feel like there is something mysterious going on with Rambly. There's more there than meets the eye for sure, but I don't know. I don't know, man. There's more. We'll just have to see. Why has everyone got a crap on Kuntz? I'm not crapping on him. I'm just saying he doesn't have a lot of good film adaptations, and that's not his fault. It's just the fact that it's really hard to adapt Kuntz, just like how it's really hard to adapt Stephen King. Most people don't get it right. Hot take. There's some good Stephen King movies out there, for sure, but they're not always like good adaptations. Like The Shining is not a good adaptation of the novel. It's a really good movie from Stanley Kubrick for sure. A legendary horror film, but it's not a good adaptation of the book. Read the book, watch the movie. There's very clear differences. They're very different entities, even though they are similar stories. Dean Koontz, though, is like Stephen King in the sense that his books are very like fantastical and like they have like this whimsical element to them. And there's a lot going on, just like in Stephen King books too. And you kind of got to pick and choose what you're going to end up putting into 90 minutes, because you can't fit, you know, I mean, like some of his, you know, The Stand, for instance, from Stephen King is like, what, thousands of pages? Like they had to fit that into a mini series, kind of, but even then they still had to cut things out. Same thing with Dean Koontz. Koontz has got a lot going on in his books. There's one in particular that I can't think of the name of, where, I mean, the subgenre is constantly changing as you go through it. It is so, it's slipping me because I can't remember the name of this, but there's a Dean Koontz novel where it starts off, your fella has like this doll, okay? It's like a voodoo doll kind of thing. And it starts growing into this massive lizard monster, and it's going after him. And it's like kind of a horror film for like the first, like, you know, maybe 100, 200 pages of this novel. And then it randomly turns into a rom-com. You might ask, how does that happen, Jake? You just got to read it. Like, if I tried to explain it to you, I would sound like a crazy person more than I already do. So, I'm not crapping on Koontz, but his stuff would be tough. TikTok, thank you, Infinite Sky. Yes, that is the novel, TikTok. That would be impossible to adapt. If someone was like, dude, adapt TikTok into a movie, I'd be like, I can't. Like, I'm sorry, I won't do that. Like, that's not gonna work. It's so weird. It's such a weird story, but I really do enjoy it in book form, you know? But you've read TikTok? Hell yeah. TikTok, it's a good story, man. It's a really interesting story, but I don't even know where to start in terms of adapting that to the screen. That would be insane. It is bouncing all over the place, subgenre wise. But he's got some good stuff. I really do like reading a lot of Koontz. So, Logan saw In a Violent Nature recently and absolutely loved it. While I understand it can be slow, it was weirdly relaxing and soothing just seeing the killer work in the beautiful nature. But the kills, oh my God. You know, I don't know. Maybe I'm weird. Maybe I'm just the outlier in this whole situation. But I was like on the edge of my seat watching that movie the whole time. Like I was so invested in that movie. I don't know. I don't get the it was slow criticisms. I was like on the edge of my seat watching it right here, watching that screener, just being like, oh my God, I can't believe this is happening. This is crazy. But so I don't know. I had such a blast with it. I felt like it was kind of, I would even go so far as to say it was fast paced. Like, I don't know. There's like one or two scenes where he's walking through the woods, but that's just showing off the tedious nature of being a killer. And even then you're having fun with the guy. I mean, I won't spoil anything, but there's one part of it where he's just carrying around one of the dead bodies of someone he's just killed, and he's like using it as a tool to break into buildings and shit. And it's so funny. Like, it's like that's so entertaining. I don't know. I had a great time with it. I don't know. I loved In a Violent Nature. It's my favorite horror film of the year so far. Scratched an itch for old Jake, because I've been wanting a new Friday the 13th movie for God knows how long. Since before I even started this page. Jeez, it's been that long. I see we have some Dean Koontz fans in the chat. That's a surprise. I was not expecting that. Very cool. I'm trying to think what other Dean Koontz I've read. It's been a minute, man. I've read TikTok. I've read the one about the clown. I've read Intensity. What's the one about the fucking clowns? Like Bezo the Clown or something? I've read that one. I haven't read a lot of Kuntz's like big novels, but I've read some of his weirder stuff, oddly enough. Noah's saying, what's your next fan film after yours? Because I really want you to do a Purge fan film. What would I do for a Purge fan film? I don't even know. I don't know if I'm doing any more fan films. I am definitely going to, this short film I'm working on right now, like, is crazy good. I'm very proud of it so far. There's still some stuff that's got to be done, but it's like, it's nearly there, nearly complete. So, I'm very proud of it. I don't know fan film wise if I'm going to do that again. Like Red Right Hand was a lot of fun, but it was like almost just it was such a time suck. Like, I mean, it took so much time away. It nearly killed the channel trying to bounce back and forth between making a whole feature film and doing this. And it was a lot of fun. And I look back out at it like very fondly, but it was just a lot. I think the only way I would do a fan film again is if I could raise a lot of money for it. I don't want to, I'm not making another $5,000. I'm not making another $5,000 movie, dude. That was a one and done. But I would love to do more with different concepts sometime in the future. I mean, I would love to do an Evil Dead fan film. I have ideas for an Evil Dead movie. So I would kill to do a short film in that franchise. I'm trying to think what else I would want to do. Like, honestly, I like Evil Dead is something I would kill to make an Evil Dead movie. That'd be so awesome. Fuck, I mean, is there any other franchises I would really want to fuck with besides like Scream? Maybe Halloween. I have some ideas for Michael Kills, but I don't have an idea for a story. That's a big thing. I've thought about that. We actually, when we were making Red Right Hand, there was a lot of hype. There's a lot of people messaging me. I remember in that December that we released it, like people were like, I'm so excited. Like this can be awesome. And we were talking, we were like, should we make a Halloween fan film next? You know, like just like a little short. I was talking with Matt about that, and we pitched some ideas, and we actually I remember we had a good idea for a kill. But we never really came up with a story or anything. Like Red Right Hand was the product of me and Matt talking about the new Scream films and being like, oh, they should do this, they should do that. And then we just wrote all those ideas down and we're like, well, shit, we got a screenplay. This is crazy. So, you'll have to get extras to do a Purge fan film. We listen, for the short film I was working on, we had 30 people on set. It was crazy. We made it happen, dude. It was a very professional, well-run set. Paula is saying, I have never seen any of the Purge films. You're not missing much, Paula. They're okay. Speaking of the Purge, David Gibson's thrown $2 in there saying, fave Purge, Anarchy's mine, showed how evil people are. Anarchy's a great choice, man. I mean, that might be my favorite too, David. Anarchy is fantastic. I really like Election Year too. I think Anarchy is probably my favorite though. The second and the third film are definitely my favorites. I'm not crazy about the first one. It's fine. It's kind of just a home invasion thriller, and the whole time I'm watching the first Purge movie, not the film titled The First Purge, The Purge 2013, Ethan Hawke. When I'm watching that movie, what I'm thinking about is like, this concept is so cool, and all you did with it was just use it as a reason why we can't call the police for a home invasion flick. Like, that is not the best use of that idea. I don't think. I don't know. I've never been crazy about the first Purge movie. I think they really figure out what they are in Anarchy and Election Year. Like, those two movies had it figured out the best, I think. But yeah, I mean, I don't know. I don't like, I don't have any strong opinions about the Purge. They've never really they never blew me away. They're not movies like I'm actively rewatching all the time. They're fine. You know, they're whatever. It's a horror franchise. You know, it is 100% a horror franchise of films. I've never been losing my mind about them. There's no like standout kills or anything. Like, really the only big standout thing about the Purge is the concept itself and some of the looks of the killers. Like, some of those are kind of iconic, you know? Thinking about like the girl from part 3, like with all the like the light up masks and all that. Like, there's some cool looking killers in those movies. That's kind of about it for me for my Purge love. Oh, and Frank Grillo is great too. I almost forgot. Frank Grillo is the standout cast member from that entire series, like without a doubt. He makes Anarchy and Election Year for sure. And I hear that he's gonna be back in the next one, whenever that happens, the Global Purge or whatever. So. I'm here for it. But yeah, David, yeah, without a doubt, dude. That one's probably my favorite. Thank you for the 2, man. I appreciate it. Election Year was filmed in Boston. Okay, very cool. Been to Boston, very cool city. Aspect 8XD is saying new cast member for Terrifier 3. Yes, we were talking about a little earlier. Aspect XD. I like all the X's in your logo. It is, of course, Jason Patrick who played Michael in The Lost Boys. And I'm excited to see this. We had some really interesting theories in the comments so far. Some people were saying he might play Sienna's dad in flashback sequences, which would be really fun. That'd be cool if that was the case. I hope so. That'd be fantastic. I'll be posting the video on it tomorrow, pitching my theory on who this fella's gonna play, but you know, we'll have to see. The dude with all the syringes between his fingers was crazy creepy to me. Hell yeah, but I don't remember which purge that was. I know what you're talking about. I also don't remember which purge. I have only ever seen like all of them, I think once. I've only ever seen them once. The first purge too, interestingly enough, we had a guy work on Red Right Hand who worked on that film. So you might remember the guy at the very end of the flick. His name is Steve Schuff. Great guy. Great, fantastic dude. He worked on the opening credits for the first purge, and then he made a cameo appearance in Red Right Hand. So for those who did not know that, there you go. Little connection to the first purge. Red Right Hand shares some connections to the first purge and also the Bye Bye Man. Interestingly enough, we share a filming location with the Bye Bye Man. We specifically shot at Baldwin Wallace University during the shot where the final girl is walking through the park or whatever on the phone. That's the same shot. That's the same area that the Bye Bye Man was filmed. So kind of interesting, kind of a weird little thing there. What's my favorite foreign horror film, Jake? Dude, there's so many good ones. Shit. I mean, off the top of my head, Zombie from 1979. I love that film so much. Great Italian zombie flick. Lucio Fulci's best, in my opinion. Love that movie so much. Train to Busan is so good. I mean, there's so many I can't even. Deep Red is so good. I mean, like anything from Argento, anything from Fulci. Oh my God. I mean, there's so many good foreign horror movies. I love J-horror too. Like the original The Ring, the original The Grudge, you know, not the American remakes are fun. Don't get me wrong, but there's a lot of good J-horror, a lot of good K-horror too. I don't know. There's so much good. That's an impossible question to answer, Infinite Sky. Great question though, because there's so much good foreign horror out there, man. I mean, every year there's something too. I mean, When Evil Lurks last year, the year before that, Speak No Evil was so good. I don't know. There's so much good foreign horror, man. Even nowadays, you know, not even back in the day. Critical Overlord, what's up, fella? How you doing, man? I know you've been going nuts with the Jeepers Creepers 5 updates. I commend you, sir. I don't know how you keep up with it. It's crazy. Jeepers Creepers 5 creeping around a corner near you. I mean, can I ask you, man? Like, are even you excited for this? You know, like, are you even like? I know you're a big fan, but like after Reborn, like, do you have any excitement for 5? Moving forward, because I don't know, man. Like, Reborn killed my excitement for that franchise. I was like, what the fuck was this movie, bro? Who are these CGI looking ass cops at the end of this movie? That was crazy. I don't know. I guess I'll watch it, you know, like I'll review it for the page, but that's about it for me with Jeepers Creepers 5. I'm curious your thoughts though, good sir. Throw it in there. Happy birthday to Fulci, by the way. Is it his birthday? No way. I mean, I know he's been, you know, he hasn't been with us for a very long time, but Lucio Fulci, birthday. I'm very curious. Oh my God. Tomorrow is his birthday. What do you know? Oh, I'm watching Zombie tomorrow, dude. No way. I'm so watching Zombie tomorrow. That and the New York Ripper. I'm going to do like a double feature. Dude, no way, man. Okay, so Lucio Fulci is without a doubt, like, if I have any big inspiration in terms of movie directors, it is Mr. Fulci. I love his work so much. I can't get enough of his movies. I don't know. I'm so unbelievably inspired by the guy. One of my favorite horror movie directors of all time. And what do you know? His birthday is tomorrow. Great stuff. Madison, how's it going, fella? Ladies and gentlemen, I just did a video with my wonderful girlfriend here. Posted it over on Golgotha. So go check it out, my gaming channel. If you're just joining the stream, tomorrow, yeah. So I just posted a video on Dead by Daylight, us playing it. Very funny moments there. So go check that one out. Part 2 to that video will hopefully be coming out tomorrow. Very excited for it. So it was so much fun. We had some really funny moments. Madison and I were just cracking up about some shit that was going on in those games. So go subscribe to the gaming channel if you guys have not. I'm so sorry if you're hearing this for like the 3rd time of me talking about it. I promise I'm done right now. Madison, welcome to the stream. Thanks for being here. Easton Plays is saying, I personally hated The Watchers. The only thing good about it was the cinematography and sound design. I mean, that's fair. I kind of liked some of the characters. It was cool to see what's her face from Barbarian and something else. Wow, I can't remember her name for the life of me. Georgina Campbell. Yeah, Georgina Campbell was in that movie, which was cool. Is it Dakota Fanning or Elle Fanning? I can't remember. One of the Fannings is the lead role. She was good. Elwyn Foray, I always think adds a little something to horror movies, even when she's playing Sally Hardesty when she doesn't need to. I thought it was fun. Twist was a little predictable, which I won't say any more than that, and it definitely had some plot holes. That was my biggest thing about it. I don't know. It was a perfectly inoffensive movie for me. It wasn't anything too like out there, but I didn't love it. I didn't hate it. Kind of in the middle on it. Today's the 17th? Oh, you're right. Okay, I thought it was the 16th. My bad. I'm seeing that comment from Mayanne. Thank you. I appreciate that. I thought it was the 16th for some reason. Critical Overlord is saying, remove certain producers, bring Jonathan Breck back, and hire a director with less of an amateur background. Yeah, dude. I mean, I think that, that's another thing that doesn't get talked about with Jeepers Creepers Reborn a lot is like, yeah, the direction's terrible. Anyone who's seen the film knows that. But the creeper actor, I should say, just didn't do a whole lot for me. It was just like, whatever. Jonathan Breck brought so much to the role, like especially in the sequel. Don't get me wrong, he's awesome in the first movie too. But I mean, Jonathan Breck in that second movie is chewing up the scenery, man. Just doing so much acting with his eyes. It's incredible. He brought so much to that character. For them to not bring him back for this new one is kind of insane to me. It's nuts. I don't know. I would have loved to have seen him again for a new Jeepers Creepers. That would be fun. So I couldn't agree more there, though, man. I mean, he brings so much to the role. It's a shame that he's not there anymore. By the way, the same guy who worked on The Room, out of nowhere, some guys on The Disaster Artist came to his house to run cables, and it all came full circle. Wait, what? Out of nowhere, some guys on The Disaster Artist came to his house to run cables, and it all came full circle. I'm so curious. I don't know this story. I know Tommy Wiseau was active with that movie. Like I know he was involved with it a lot. That's all I know. The Disaster Artist, by the way, excellent A24 film. I really enjoy it. It is so funny and it hits on the true story behind that incredible fucking weird movie. It's not a good movie. It's not an incredible movie. It's an incredible disaster of a movie. Anything that could have went wrong with that movie, and it's spectacular. If you've never seen The Room, I think it's free on YouTube. Like it is such a great, don't watch it alone. You'll have a horrible time. Watch it with invite some buddies over, make an event out of it. Don't watch anything about it beforehand. Just go into it blind. Like just experience that movie. It's something else, man. It is like watching a movie made by aliens. I don't know. It's something else. Should Jake watch Buffy the Vampire Slayer and Angel? Man, I think the word is getting around, Critical Overlord, that I have not seen a second of this show. I know you're a big fan of it. I see you tweeting about it a bunch. I really do want to watch it though. I love Sarah Michelle Gellar too, which is so weird. Like I don't know how I've never seen it, but never watched it as a kid or nothing. But I've been meaning to watch that. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know much about it, honestly. I know she's in it. I know SMG, baby. I know she's in that thing, but that's all I got. Maybe at some point, maybe I'll go through that. Maybe I'll make a little series on it on the page. That could be fun. The reboot of the sequel of I Know What You Did Last Summer is possible. The reboot of the sequel of I Know What You Did Last Summer. I know we're getting another one next year. It's already got a release date in summer of 2025, which I'm excited for. It's going to be fun. I hope it's good. We need another good sequel to that. I really like, I like the first sequel. I still know, but that other one is, whew, yikes. Yikes, big yikes. We need another good sequel for sure, and it sounds like we're getting the original cast back, which is going to be cool. So I don't know. Well, we'll have to see. Not a whole lot else is known about that one, at least to my knowledge. So Mike Flanagan's twist ending for his I Know What You Did Last Summer is sick. Oh shit. I bet that's sick. Mike Flanagan can do no wrong. It's interesting that does he have a script for I Know What You Did Last Summer? He's mostly a ghost story guy in my head, but I guess he has done slashers. I mean, he did what the fuck is that movie called? Hush. Hush is excellent from him. So if it's anything like that, I'm here for it. That could be cool. If your theory about the potential shower kill in T3 is accurate, it's gonna make my year for death scenes. Nightfall 3D. Hey, hell yeah, dude. I hope so. I think it could be cool. I think that would be cool if they were to do something similar to the Friday the 13th bed kill, where it's like the two were skewered. I know, and like I know someone's gonna say it, so I'm just gonna say it. I'm just gonna get this out of the way. I know they stole that kill from A Bay of Blood, but I've never seen that movie. I know the kill from Friday the 13th Part 2. So if they were to do that, like something similar to that with the shower sequence in Terrifier 3, that could be fun. But of course, make it more Terrifier, right? That's such a quick kill in Part 2, where just the spear goes through them, bam, they're dead. Art the Clown would spear them, and while they were still alive for a little bit, probably, fillet them a bit while they're stuck there against the wall. So Damien could amp that up a bit and make it a little more Terrifier, make it his own, one might say. So I think that could happen. I got a really dumb comment on that video the other day. People were like, "God, I can't believe people are posting spoilers about movies already." And I'm like, it says theory, man. It says theory. It says theory in the thing on the thumbnail. I don't know what to tell you. Who knows if that's even going to happen? By the way. It's already public knowledge that there's going to be a shower scene in the movie, so I don't know. That was mildly frustrating. I'll tell you what. I'm just like, I don't know what to tell you, buddy. I'm just the messenger. I'm just reporting the news. Bay of Blood kill was much more graphic, and the woman was on top, so we got some nice side boob. Okay, all right, moving on. Have you seen the Garfield movie? If you haven't, don't. I did not plan on it. I'll tell you what, I did not plan on watching the Garfield movie. I don't know, Chris Pratt voicing Garfield. Let me start this over. Chris Pratt voicing Mario was already like, what the fuck? And then he's voicing Garfield. I'm like, okay, dude, my guy's in his paycheck era. I'm just not interested. So yeah, I don't know. Didn't really spark an interest. Critical Overlord, dude, this is gonna be such a hot take, and I'm gonna get some fire for this shit. I did not care for Dog Soldiers. Not my cup of tea, like at all. I don't know. It just did not do it for me. I love that director, same guy that did The Descent. Like, The Descent is like one of the best horror movies from the thousands. Dog Soldiers, it just did not do it for me, man. I don't know. Neil Marshall, I believe, is the guy's name. I don't know, man. I got the 4K of that and everything. Everyone was hyping that movie up. They're like, it's the best werewolf movie ever that no one talks about. It's just, I mean, it's a crappier version of Predator with a werewolf, or with a couple of werewolves, I should say. I don't know. It's fine. It's all right. The characters are so much less interesting to me than Predator. I don't know. I just did not care for it. It was not for me. I guess I'm a little more excited for Scream 7, which is probably a hot take. I think the majority of people would probably be more excited for Dog Soldiers too, with all the controversy surrounding Scream 7, but I don't know. It's The Descent in training. I see what you're saying. I see what you're saying for sure. I don't know. I guess The Descent works a little more for me because, like, you're right? It's kind of like this. It's the same setup, right? Group of people trapped somewhere. They got to get the fuck out. They got to find a way out, basically. The Descent works for me because the characters are just so much better. Like, they're so much more interesting to me. I don't know. Especially with the way that movie starts. Like, I'm immediately engaged with that tragic opening sequence. It just does a lot more for me than Dog Soldiers does. But hot takes. Hot takes all around, I guess. People love Dog Soldiers, though. It's like, it's a movie that often gets talked about as super underrated. Like, people are like, I love this movie. It's a great werewolf flick. I don't know, man. It just didn't do it for me. I really wish I liked it more. I was going into it. I think I went into it with some high expectations too. I was definitely, my buddies were hyping it up. They're like, best werewolf movie you've ever seen. Cause I remember how the conversation went about too. I was like, dude, I love Silver Bullet. I was like, dude, Silver Bullet is so underrated. Like, most underrated werewolf movie like ever made. And they were like, what? Like, dude, what about Dog Soldiers? And I'm like, I've never seen Dog Soldiers. And that's how that got brought up. But yeah, I don't know. I stick by that. I think Silver Bullet's still the most underrated werewolf movie. The Descent 2 or Jaws 4? Definitely The Descent 2. Oh man, dude, Jaws the Revenge. Come on now. The shark screams in that movie, bro. The Descent 2 is totally unnecessary, but at least the fucking shark doesn't scream in Descent 2. No, The Descent 2 is fine. I don't know. It's not. That's another movie where I'm like, it's completely inoffensive, but it has no reason to exist. Like the ending of the original film is perfect how it is. I will say the one thing cool about The Descent 2 that I really like is it builds upon some of the lore that I think is cool. There's some world building done right at the ending, which I won't say any more than that because it is a massive spoiler that I really appreciate. I think it's a really interesting little tidbit, but it is a completely unnecessary movie besides that. So The Descent's endings, both of them are awesome, but which one is better? I actually like that she escapes. I think she deserves it. She's a character that deserved to escape, I think. So I don't feel that about every movie character, but this one in particular, it was like, I'm glad that it was more of a triumph at the end of that flick. You're watching The Bike Riders, A Quiet Place Day One, Horizon, An American Saga, Twisters, Deadpool and Wolverine, Borderlands, and Alien Romulus. Hey, hell yeah. I'm excited for a lot of those too. Borderlands and Alien Romulus are going to be fun. Deadpool and Wolverine, I hope is good. Fingers crossed. Twisters, I hope is good too. I don't know. I love the original Twister. Will the sequel be good? We'll just have to see. I'm worried about it. Quiet Place Day One is 50-50 for me. I'm not sure how it's going to go, but we'll see. And as soon as this month is over, I'm taking a break because there's so much I have to watch. I want to go through like the entire The Boys stuff that I've missed out on and the Fallout show. I love Fallout so much. Like, it is one of my favorite games of all time. Fallout 3 and New Vegas and 4, honestly, are so fun. Love them to death. I put countless hours into those video games, and I've been dying to watch the show. I just have not had the time. But sometime in July, I'm taking a weekend and not doing shit. Like, because what I will say is when I'm not uploading to this page, I'm working on my short film. It has been nonstop work for the past like 2 months on my end, and I'm ready for a little weekend of relaxation, let me tell you. So at some point in July, I'm just taking a weekend and I am binging these shows. I'm not leaving the couch. I'm making that happen at some point. Stay up until 3 a.m. watch The Boys season 4 episodes 1 through 8 tomorrow. Dude, I'm thinking about it. I'm thinking about it, Critical Overlord. I don't know if you know or not, man, but I just started a gaming channel and I'm trying to get that monetized before the end of the summer. On top of that, I'm working on a short film right now, which I directed, wrote, starred in, all that shit. So it's a lot. It's been a crazy amount of work on my end. I have not slept for more than 6 hours in a very long time. So it's been sleep, work. And yeah, so it's been a lot. But at some point, though, I do want to binge this show. It'll be a lot of fun. So I still gotta watch Gen V. Like, that's how behind I am. I still haven't watched any of that. So I want to sit down, get through all of it, and just vibe out with it. Just digest it all at the same time. And the Fallout show. So much to watch, so little time. Play Telltales on the gaming channel? Ooh, okay. It'll go viral? Yeah? Okay. Oh, yeah, shit. I need something to go viral. That'd be awesome. I love those Telltale Walking Dead games, too. Those are fun. So I've only played like one of those, but they were good. They're like really good story-based games, so might be fun. All right, everybody. Jake needs to rest up a little bit before I get back to editing. Got another gaming video coming out tomorrow, so check it out. Go subscribe to the second page. Again, Golgotha, get me to 1,000 subscribers. We hit 200 today. Thank you all so much for that support over there. Really appreciate that. Check out the new videos. We got even, like I said, more stuff coming this week. I'll have a video on Terrifier 3 tomorrow, new gaming video tomorrow as well, and who knows what else is coming this week. We have a live stream on Friday, so join me there to talk more about horror just like this. And then we'll be talking about Friday the 13th this weekend. Friday the 13th, part 3, the 3D one. Bring your 3D glasses. It'll be fun. Nothing will be in 3D for that stream, but it'll be a fun time. Thanks for hanging out with me tonight, ladies and gentlemen. And as always, don't forget to kill it out there, y'all. Peace out.